Welcome, adventurers from this plane and beyond, to Camaraderie and Shenanigans. We're very happy to have you guys here this evening with us. Everyone's vibing and getting excited for tonight's game. I don't believe we have any major announcements.
And Shenanigans!
I'm really curious if you're like really on it. I want to see like it stitched together of how much earlier it keeps becoming.
But thanks for everyone who entered our giveaway last week.
All right.
Yes.
That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Mackenzie.
I've been burning the AM GM candle.
Nice.
Easily one of my favorites. The little bits of coffee that's in there.
We've been doing the cleric one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Barbarian.
Such a good one.
So
Mhm.
nice.
I've been
Yeah.
burning
Rosemary.
Fruit Loops, and it made us buy Fruit Loops this week.
So-
And just start
I've been
burning
having
the
Fruit
Fruit
Loops, and
Loops.
I don't know how long.
We're not officially sponsored by
My
them since
cat
we're already
has
praising it. What was it
asthma.
called again?
Oh, it was Tabletop Candle Company.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
check them out.
They are
Check 'em out.
excellent candles.
Yeah.
Every
They're
single
pretty,
candle
too.
is like.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Visually
I like
gorgeous.
it. Gorgeous.
All right. Well, without further ado, please sit back, relax, grab a snack, and get ready for Camaraderie and Shenanigans!
Cakes, but
Yeah, yeah.
Make 'em a way, Dan.
pancakes.
Then
Make him a banana cane.
pancakes.
Make 'em a
Previously. On the Obsidian Winds adventure, you had found yourselves at the beginning of the speed sailing event number 2 of the festival of, well, the Big Yikes. Sailing off into the distance, it was hard fought. Lots of failures, lots of success, and risks taken on everyone's team to navigate to the dreaded Shipwreck Cove. Some escaping out with quite the benefit, and others falling into its perils.
Nothing more than some shit pants.
Coming out on top, the Obsidian
Prestidigitation.
Winds, actually in the lead for the festival, with everyone else trailing closely behind, though least of all being both of the Crimson Cogs teams, in practically dead last.
One step closer to 25,000 gold.
That bet inching ever closer to fruition.
If the two teams are tied for last, doesn't that make them dead last?
We'll see what Event 3 has to
Done.
show for
dun.
everything. Whoa, 20 points for the winner!
The other events didn't matter.
Really?
This is the Golden Snitch event.
It's, yeah, oh my
Right.
god. Don't get me started. The Golden Snitch Snitch Bomb.
Those books have no flaws whatsoever.
Anyway.
Having finished the event in some high spirits, though a bit of a tummy rumbling from Kylis,
Oh, little tongue, bro.
everyone gathered up with their allies and started to mingle, converse, hang out, heal some wounded egos, and revel in their victories. Frognan, least of all, deciding it was finally time to confront his father, who seemed to have had no problem showing up in this city and engaging little to none with his own son.
He's a prick.
Going to talk to him under the guise of shit talking and then not doing it at all, and everyone
No,
being like,
zero shit talking.
"What is
Yeah.
going on?"
Though you can bet he felt like shit afterwards.
Sure, it was just so funny. I was like watching it again. I
It
was like,
wasn't
"That's
shit
so fucking
talking,
funny."
it was just a shit talk.
Well, like, he was hyping it up so much too, and I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And you're like, "Dad,
Why don't you love me?
It was so
your hair grew
perfect.
out. It was dyed like kind of like off black, a little blue.
I did an emo to
Yeah,
wire
your
dance
nails
on the
got
way
all
over.
painted. It's crazy. I cast disguise self. Dad,
Are you proud of me? Did I do good?
It was great.
That's what happened.
Am I a good boy?
And in an insane event and a natural 20 on your part, you were able to, at the very least, break through the stubborn wall that was your father's ego. And he finally found a moment to actually listen to you. And feeling a little swayed, decided to set up an opportunity for you to potentially prove yourself. A duel at midnight.
So dramatic.
You're
Should
gonna
you
die.
win, he would go home. Look further into the events that happened and try to find a way to save his family, leaving you with the responsibilities that he once carried.
Responsibilities.
You're so responsible.
A little shaken by this sudden
Responsible.
display of a bit of affection from your father as well, you quickly dashed away with everyone else kind of moving about, Kyla seemed to have noticed that Glenn had some concerns and was eager to talk to Dobbledan about this, using Oz as a means of spying and invisibility, was able to listen in on their conversation, learning a bit about what transpired when Glenn was, for the second time, shoved off into the water.
Nerd.
Going through
You may not have won the race, but you won the battle.
Tomorrow I win the war.
Glenn noticed a faint taste of salt amidst this freshwater lake. Not sure what it means, and seemingly having been talked to by Dobbledan to keep an eye out on strange events during the race. He reported back. Communication continues. The party seems to gather up, and a show is underway. The group begins to gather in front of a stage, finding their seats in the front row, where those of you who are not participating in the event have reserved seating specifically for the Obsidian Winds. Before you is a
What
stage.
about the Twilight Winds?
Your
Let's not touch them.
guild is the Obsidian Winds. Team in the festival, the Twilight Winds.
Don't worry, once we get big enough, we'll make a subsidiary.
There you go.
The Twilight Winds sounds like our spy organization, which Renglin would lead.
There you
Call-
go. There
called
you go.
it.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Before you, at the edge of the water, stands a wooden stage, built almost like an oval donut, kind of stretched out to the sides, and in the center there's a hole cut in where more water is ebbing up and down. To your right-hand side and behind you, there's scaffolding and walls placed up for a bit of backstage for the actors and performers, and those of you casting spells and people playing music. And with the stage set, a light flashes onto the stage, and standing in the center of it, Kylus.
Woo!
Please
I would like
introduce your
to
show.
say one more thing. I did
Yeah.
remind all of you, make perception checks, but look for the hag, because this is meant to provoke her.
Oh no.
No, I'm chilling backstage with the major image rolls you gave me.
Yes, yeah,
and
you're
the bracers
pretty
of
busy.
control water.
And
Yeah?
you're busy too.
I am busy.
And
But the three of you, please keep an eye out.
Simelina's with me, right?
Yes, she would be with you. Lavana, as a reminder,
She
Lavana
went
left.
business
She
stuff.
she was
Whatever
speaking
that
with the council.
fucking means.
So, one more mechanical question. I know I asked you some of these pre-stream. Technically, control water and major image are both concentration. For the sake of this, will they still counter each other out, or will there be a little bit of mushiness in terms of the storytelling?
Whatever we need to do in order to create an interesting
Cool.
show.
You got it.
I'm totally fine with.
You're a
It could
sorcerer
be
right now.
it could be that you're doing control water. You've hired some other people as well. It's
Yeah.
not just Frognan who's casting.
So I'm directing the magic casters.
Yes, consider
There
that.
you go.
Consider
Yeah.
that the main thing. You are lead magic
Frogman just over
coordinator.
Great. Amazing.
Just dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Wizard Mickey.
Yes, yes. It's just Fantasia. We're just doing Fantasia.
Yeah, amazing. And cue the video.
Just cuts to that. Oh, that was great.
Wow, look at those
Where'd you get all
dancing
those
brooms.
brooms?
So guys, I just got an email from a Disney employee.
Yeah.
Abort!
Cease and desist.
Concerned about
I wish I could read.
damn it fast.
All right.
All right. Because we'll take center stage, kind of look out, eye all of you in the crowd, and yeah.
Other people start clapping, not realizing they should be clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll kind of wait till that dies down.
It takes a few minutes. People are in the mood.
In the mood.
Here, hold on. Here's the screen.
I got this.
Take a break.
Good evening, fine people of La Mensa. It's a pleasure to have all of you here tonight. And we got a very lovely show for all of you tonight. First, I'd like to introduce a few of those performing tonight, myself included. But backstage, we do have Frognan Dirtfist. I'm sure all of you saw him tonight, or today actually, sailing quite well. And
Prestidigitation. Fireworks.
Simelina's in the eyes just, woo!
we also have a lovely orchestra prepared to serenade you all tonight. And I'm sure many of you have fallen in love with her at the Drowning Roots Tavern. Our star of the show tonight, Lady Atrodane.
Atrodane steps out in this ethereally designed dress, almost see-through, hinting at a bit of her form, but is tastefully obscuring most of her
Nice.
anatomy.
Water comes out behind, gives that little mermaid splash behind her.
Her hair is braided up and kind of wrapped around her head almost. And she kind of just bows and curtsies and is very excited about this event. Anyone with a decent insight is able to tell she is thrilled to be up here right now.
What color hair does she have?
It is kind of this seaweed green almost.
Ooh.
She's a Triton, so blue skin, greenish hair.
Nesta, ew.
She was a split.
Skank!
Oh my god. Clerics, man.
Where the fuck was I?
You just introduced after.
Right. We have a lovely story prepared for all of you tonight. One that takes place in this very city. Long, long ago. It's a tale of good versus evil, and the villain of the story is quite foul, most grotesque. So terrible she is, she turned the very water to salt.
Lights dim.
That's
Slight
when I
greenish
start.
tinge of lighting.
Rolled an 11.
11. Okay. Anyone who wants to take a look out right now, go ahead and roll.
Have I started playing any instruments? Can I do it?
Yes, and
You're a little focused on the actual performance of it. If you were keeping an eye out, your checks will be at disadvantage.
Okay, I'll do it then.
Okay.
Nothing to lose.
I see nothing too enthralled.
dirty 20.
Nice. Excellent.
Oh, Jesus.
I rolled a 20, but I also rolled a 16, so. Just a 16 for me.
Okay. 20, 16, 11, enthralled.
Imagine you're playing the trombone and you see something and just.
I'm playing the yarting.
Oh, that's right.
Beautifully
I
beautifully
want
diet I
a
am.
Did you
trombone.
just yart yourself?
Anyways.
However, the fine people of Leminsa would not fall to such evils, and this is the tale of one rising against that evil. Our story begins far, far above us in the sky as his wings come out, and he just
Downlighting.
slowly ascends while taking off his shirt, which he throws off into the crowd.
Wolfgang goes,
Oh, I didn't know it was that
catches it
kind.
just-
I didn't know it was that kind of show.
I'm not surprised.
As a pole descent.
No.
A little bit of Oxstrom for you.
Not now, at least. Maybe later. in the
Kindness,
show.
I expect the full Monty.
And you're gonna get it. No. He rises until he kind of just goes out of sight. And
that's a great way to leave.
Fog covers the stage.
As everyone's attention is drawn up, they start to look back down as they lose sight of you, and standing off to the stage left would be an older halfling man. Big bushy beard brought in, hair pulled back into a nice bun for himself, wearing similar garb and attire to that etherealness that this show is presenting itself with its themes. And he stands. Once upon a time, on a dark, moonless night, while the stars shone bright in the sky, a young woman bathed in the shallow waters at the edge of this very city. Enchanted by the brilliance of the stars above her head, she stared in wonder, wishing she could swim amongst them as she did in this very lake.
at that point, wherever Callus disappeared to, a major image of a star lights up. With him following the image, it down into the water.
Suddenly, she saw a streak of light, as a star from the sky, bright and violent, tearing through the darkness above. She dove into the water, following its descent as it crashed into the waters of the lake. So beautiful was its light, she wanted nothing more than to see it again. With a weary body, she left, waiting for evening to come once more.
This would follow Atrodane as she steps to the water's side. Water would rise up and she'd dive into it, and it would just show her descending after the light.
Light shimmering throughout it, pulsating.
Ooh.
As she returns, she leaps out of the water, rolling onto the ground, and the water descends. Each night, she returned to the lake in hopes of seeing something so spectacular once more. She stayed later and later, fighting off sleep until one night she lay down resting at the water's edge. During her slumber, she dreamt of the star. Though in her dreams the star took the form of a handsome young man with skin and hair and eyes of starlight. Stricken by his beauty and visage, she would return to the waterside each night to dream of him once more.
Watery figure of a man approaches. Look like anything in particular?
Like Kyla.
Like
Oh my
is it
God.
actually you?
It's actually me.
Okay, great. So
Right.
water will surround him until it clears away to reveal him as a concealing measure.
All right. In these dreams, they would talk and sing, dance and cling to each other as time passed. Their souls in love were etched into each other's hearts. Eventually, her dreams proved to be insufficient. As she awoke each time, he'd be gone, lost to the shadows of the lake's depths. As the days turned to weeks and weeks to months, she realized each night they were together, shorter and shorter.
There's a heartbeat that is from two different locations as they're bonding. It combines, and then when he disappears, it disappears.
It's probably kind of like a montage as well of them meeting each night and doing just different activities in each image, dancing, chatting, just all types of things.
Within that montage and imagery, the water is brought up once more and you both meet inside of that water. You do have breathing underwater for the rest of the day, thanks to your earlier cast. So you two swim and sing and dance within this motif. The water,
Music kicks in for that quite well.
the yarding,
The yarding.
just kicking ass.
I don't even know what a yarding sounds like.
It's a multi-stringed instrument.
It's like a guitar sound.
Yeah,
Is it?
just a lot of strings.
A rock solo. Just right in the middle of it.
Flames coming out the strings. Just
Yeah.
The halfling steps in once more. Dismayed, she confronted him. It was only then he told her they didn't have much time left. Soon his light would be drained, and the hag that dwelled in these waters would gain terrible power. With a wavering resolve, he told her to let him fade, to enjoy the time they had left together, and to leave this place once he had faded.
The sound, as the heartbeat fades away, in comes a very shrill, scratching, scraping sound as the hag figure's introduced. And then lighting shifts again from the blues and pinks and purples that it was into a much harsher red and also deep purples combining with that red. That instead of being up lighting and front lighting, now it's ground row that shines up to cast shadows.
So during their confrontation, it's very dramatic, exaggerated dance moves in the water. And at the end,
It's a lot of colliding and then pushing away and swimming around each other.
Yeah, and at the end, there'd be like shadowed arms that come out and grip his body and pull him down.
Okay. With pain and rage building in her heart, she decided she would not let a terrible fate befall her love. Each night that passed, she prepared more and more. Sneaking into a shop, she took a potion and a sword. she would not lose him, nor let this hag take his light. She would face the darkness of the depths.
This would be a moment when some extras come in, kind of
Some extra sets probably wheeled in to depict the city.
exactly, and then her just each time moving in, spotting the potion and sword.
Spotlight on there, spotlight on there. As each day passing, a new event occurred for her preparation.
Yeah.
On the night of a full moon, the young woman bared herself before Lunaris, at the peak of her light, absorbing what blessings she could. All
the clerics are like, yeah!
They're just all clustered together,
Yeah.
just
Nerds in robes.
all wearing Lunaris gear.
Get the big finger. Go Lunaris! Lunaris #1.
Wrapped in moonlight at the water's edge, she consumed the potion, diving in, sword in hand, descending alone into the darkness of the lake, breathing water like air, the pale glow of her body lighting the way.
Timpani roll types of music to big embellishments, and then the silence and like whale song of diving into the water.
This is when the biggest, probably, body of water would come up, like circling the area, showing her descent as it gets darker, and she'd probably be the only light in that space.
As part of that imagery, as she's descending down, the water peels off from the top, looping back down and kind of funneling it through, just depicting this passage of depth.
And also with the major image, I believe you can do smell as well.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it is.
So,
It is full imagery.
so this is when salt smell starts to permeate as well.
Ooh. Okay. I lost my place there. At the lowest point of the lake, in the darkness, she could see a light, a familiar light, his light. She swam towards it, and there she found her love in the clutches of the terrible hag. So disgusting she was that the water around her turned foul and murky. The two battled in the depths, but she could not land a killing blow, as her blade would not pierce the witch. Using what starlight was left in him, he enchanted his love's blade with his very light.
I wanted to depict as closely as possible the cave that we explored underwater.
Okay. Probably some more rolled,
Yeah.
definitely depicting like cavernous interior, rolled in set is brought upon the stage.
And then in terms of visual, the murkiness that blinded us also comes out, and it completely blacks out the light from the stage. The audience is blinded until the giving of the soul pierces through.
Bit of light shining on the blade.
sword starts to just light up the area.
I will say, as part of this display happens, more mages come out on stage, burning off some scrolls and control more water, and they pull water from the sides of the stage and bring it in. So it is, rather than this singular tube in the center, it is this massive disc in the center of the stage. With newfound guidance, she continued to fight and was finally able to cut down the hag, but not before receiving a festering wound that slowed her heart. She had done it. She had saved him. The two lovers lay in the darkness of the lake, light fading and heart failing. With what strength he could conjure, he carried her to the surface.
Epic, dramatic battle.
Climactic music builds in.
Against like just this weird shadowed hag that there's no clear image of her.
Very shadow puppet almost.
Exactly, yeah.
Amorphous, changing forms.
But
go ahead.
yeah, very much like, did you ever see like the Hobbit when Galadriel and Sauron are like clashing?
Oh,
against-
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it'd be like shadows just hitting this ball of light that she's fighting off.
Mhm.
And as they're injured, you would see blood floating away as it does in water, just through all angles.
As water begins to dissipate from the side, it becomes that cylinder again, and he begins to ascend upwards. You begin to ascend upwards, carrying her. Breaking above. There, floating at the lake's center, under the stars and the light of Lunaris. She gazed at him, taking her last breaths. She found herself wishing once that she could swim amongst the stars, what she would give to dream with him once more. She drew her final breath, and as her light faded, so did his.
They'd just be kind of floating with like the water underneath them. I think his wings would be out at this point, as they'd be like just slightly above the surface, like prepping for the next scene.
Yeah.
And just be like a slow heartbeat like before. That's just and slowly fading.
Yeah, and the light on her, the focus of the light on her starts to soften as well as we start to lose her.
Mm-hmm. Final scene. Like she pulls the tides, Lunaris pulls them from the darkness, plucking them from the water and placing them as stars amongst her sky, granting the wish of the young woman and preserving her bravery forever as starlight, forever blessed to swim amongst the stars in eternity.
There'd be like a, not necessarily a flash, but like a growing light where the moon would be, that would just probably illuminate everything clearly, including like the stadium and everything, as they would slowly like rise up. And the shadows from Kailas's wings probably wouldn't even be visible at that point, as he's flying them upwards.
Okay.
And as the water rises with them too, at first what looks like bioluminescence you would see in the water starts to spread to become isolated starlight.
That's very cool. That is very cool. As the show begins to come to an end, let's see how well we did. We described it very well.
I gave him the help action with all that shit.
Oh no, it's not one roll. You get to roll, you get to roll, and you get to roll.
Can I roll with my magic modifier?
Yes, you do.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely. You're rolling a performance check, but you get to add your proficiency bonus to it if you're not already proficient, because you are proficient with the yarding. Performance check, I believe you're already proficient in.
Yes.
You get to roll performance utilizing your intelligence as part of this.
Okay, but no proficiency?
No proficiency, unfortunately. You all get advantage.
Okay.
I will also be rolling with advantage for the half.
23.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
24.
And I got a 21.
Beautiful show. Yeah!
As
We don't have to rewind and the narrator again.
And it wasn't as good as it sounded.
That's pretty fucking good.
it was pretty dang good. As
Nesta's in the audience just crying.
Oh, I'm like this. Totally different.
as that moment hangs in the air, they erupt into thunderous applause. It is screaming, it is hooting, it is hollering. It is the best day 2 show they've seen in a very long time. You being a part of a number of these festivals, one of the best shows that this city has seen ever. You step out on stage, Atrodane in the center.
Whoa.
Oh.
We don't step out on stage.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
We step down from the sky into the center stage.
Fuck yeah, you do.
Slowly descending.
All right. The rest of the plebes come out from the side.
Yeah.
The
Can't
walkers.
fly.
And then once we reach the bottom, Kyla steps off to the side and kind of presents her as the star of the show.
Atrodane's crying at this point and is just insanely happy to be here, and the reception that she is getting at this point is beyond anything she could have hoped for. And you spot, in particular, the council members in the back who are very pleased.
When like the standing ovation occurs, I'll be a part of it for a
I am,
while,
though.
but I will start to slide away as, well, this is a very awesome and like exciting thing that has happened.
Mhm.
This is also the perfect time for somebody else to slip away.
Okay.
And I'm going to slip out from the crowd and just take a look around.
Okay.
I rolled in that 1 just a few minutes ago.
Okay.
So I am not even paying attention to anything but how great the show was.
Yeah.
I got you.
During,
Thank you.
during the curtain call, I slip out back to the dressing room and take 6 minutes to furiously scribble.
Runs like fuck.
Okay. Sure thing. You're putting major image
Major image
into
into my
your
book.
book. Yes.
Yeah.
I will say you have plenty of time to do so. Yes, you're good to put major image into your book.
Amazing.
I'm just having that cathartic moment you have when you see theater
Oh,
that
yeah.
it just hits your soul.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing anything else.
As I'm cloaked and hooded as Albert Monger, I'm just gonna be looking around to see if it. What? He didn't. No one saw me.
No, he did not. I rolled a 6.
But I'm just gonna be on the lookout.
I was
for
just
the hag.
wanting the moment of you two locking eyes for a second. The fuck?
But I'm looking out to see if the hag's around.
Okay, go ahead and roll me another.
Perception?
Yeah, oh my god. I
Perception?
kept wanting to say persuasion. And go ahead and roll me a perception check.
That was an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Do that.
Whoa, that went into the crevice.
Crevasse.
Come on.
I
Oh my
wanted to say
God.
crevasse too.
Dad?
Can I take a crevasse roll?
No.
You did.
13.
13. Okay.
It was 20 before.
You actually feel pretty dang confident. Not a soul has left this spot. Everyone is enraptured by this show. Anyone who left early, they don't know art.
Yeah.
All right.
It was so beautiful. It was so good.
As festivities begin to kick back off, lights start popping up around the area again, and the rest of the festivities continue. The show in total probably wasn't very long. It was very much like a halftime show kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was at most maybe 10 minutes. But the rest of the festivities kick back in, and the rest of the evening is for all of you to enjoy.
The band hangs out and keeps music playing around everywhere.
Okay.
I pay him for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Council's money, man.
Yeah, sure, why not? And with that type of performance, I don't think the council minds. You guys did very
How
well.
much money am I getting?
Many.
Roll D100.
Oh yeah,
Roll high,
I guess I
roll
would have
high.
paid all the performers
You
the
would.
council's money,
It's
Yep.
both of these, right?
including myself and
Yeah,
actors.
2d10s basically.
I mean, you would be, yeah.
And then which one's the what?
Do you have one that's specifically a tens place?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's-
that'll be that. If you rolled like a 2, that's 20, and then the other one is if it rolled an 8, it's an 8, 28. Okay. Help her if she's confused.
No, I know. I'm
Okay.
just nervous.
You just
Money.
want money.
Is that a lot?
No.
Double zeros.
Is
Wait.
00 bad?
It's double
That's
zero?
100.
Yeah.
Is it another double zero?
108.
Oh no, it's 8.
Oh.
It's
Oh.
8.
Oh no,
It's-
no,
it's
zero
8
is.
platinum?
It's sure.
It's a-
Yes.
Oh, I can't get not paid nothing. He said I was getting paid
You got
a
8
ton.
platinum.
That's 80 gold. That's pretty
That's
good.
80 gold.
Oh, I got
Yeah.
8 platinum?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
I
attitude
like the
change.
idea that
Oh.
anything below 10 becomes platinum.
Yeah.
Every time Albert asked Kylos a question, Kylos was taking a platinum away from his pay.
Excellent.
Nosy yarder.
Just yarding all over the place.
That's a,
Yarden, yeah.
that's a good tavern name, the Nosy Yarder.
That's a
Oh,
good tavern
that's a
name.
great.
Write that down, write that down.
I want royalties.
Damn it! So, Obsidian wins. What are you guys up to for the rest of the evening?
I'm babysitting.
True.
Sitting on babes.
I want to steal more flags.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. You can close out the evening stealing some more flags and
Not hooking
gathering
up
as
with
many
a
tokens as you can.
Dashing rope.
No, I'm gonna kind of stay
Bart.
away from Baba Ganoush.
I'm gonna grab
Baba
Kai
Baba
and
Yaga.
Wolfie
Okay.
when I have a moment to grab them both.
Sure.
Before that, I do want to search the stadium for Kindra. Just kind of as the show's closing and people are exiting.
A general perception check just
Yeah.
to see. Sure, go ahead.
17. Wish I was percent.
None of us are.
17?
Yeah.
You kind of see him sneaking away off to the right-hand side of the docks. Not purposefully sneaking, but is very much kind of like
Sauntering off.
weaving in and out of the crowd, moving faster than the rest of the people.
Okay.
As you're kind of watching, Atrodane just boom, arms around you, just tackles
Snaps
you.
him out of it.
Mhm.
I think that went quite well.
I should say so. Thank you. I really thought you were full of shit to begin with. I mean, honestly, most of the men who speak to me are. So, thank you, honestly.
Most people think that about me, so I'm not really surprised.
You completely delivered. I saw the smiles on the councils from the stage.
I hope to meet with them in the next few days, so hopefully we'll see how things went. And hopefully we can grant that wish of yours.
Maybe. I've never felt like there was actually a chance, and now there is. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the evening. Would you like to spend it with me?
I would, but I have to help a friend tonight.
All right.
If there's time, I'll come find you afterwards.
Of course.
Yeah, I think you have some adoring fans to meet with. That group over there seems to be clamoring for your attention.
Groupies.
We're all clerics.
Brittany's at the I'm sorry, Nessa's at the front.
Will you sign my prayer book?
I have a copy of The Star in the Lake. You're right. Fans.
Better get used to it. You're going places. I'll see to it.
Thank you, Cactus.
You're welcome. Get out of here.
She walks off.
Kyle will look off in the direction of Kendra, like almost immediately. Gone.
Hard to find now.
Yeah. Then we'll look around for Frognand.
All right. Ringwood, what you up to?
Well, he said I have to keep playing the yarning.
Motherfucker. So worth 80 platinum. Wait, 80 platinum.
80 platinum! I heard 80.
Get the gap. I have all the spells in the game.
Come on, chat. He said 80, right?
Yeah.
Give the gap.
If we get 5 80s in the chat.
I don't know how long we have to keep playing, but I will keep playing. I'll be like really into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone's like, you guys have slowly over the course of rehearsals built up like a camaraderie together.
Yeah.
So you guys are absolutely joining into the festivities. You know some of these people by name now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're enjoying it.
They don't know you.
Aren't you
They
a
don't know
fisherman?
me
Did
at
I see you
all,
down at the
but-
docks the other day?
I didn't realize you were such a talented yarder.
So I'll just be doing that, and then once I've been dismissed by Kylas here, I'll be looking for. I'll just be up to no good, looking for flags.
Okay. I just see the eternal band. Like midnight rolls around, and everyone's like, "We haven't been
It's gone.
He's like, "My boyfriend."
Can we just say that you told us to play for like an hour after,
Yeah. that sounds
and then
good.
okay.
Yeah.
I was really hoping you'd be like, no.
You can play forever.
I will tell you when to stop.
Drop your disguise. We'll play all night.
All right. Professor, what are you up to?
I will just be moseying about the festival space, grab a drink here and there, steal a flag here and there. But I am on the lookout for the hag and also for Mommy Dorn.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check again. The scene has changed.
It's better. 19.
19. In terms of the hag, you're not entirely certain what you're looking for. You know, you've seen the hag before in your time.
I think, can I reiterate a little bit?
Sure.
I say like at one point there's an area that's like closer to the water, right, at the festival.
I mean, there's plenty of locales that are closer to the water.
I would say that instead of like looking for the hag, I would look for signs of the hag, like go by the water and see
Try and find that murkiness.
does it look murky or
Gotcha.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a 19?
19.
19.
Question. He's a smart guy.
Yes, he
He's
is.
been able to pick up kind of what I was putting down, the inflection of salty water.
Ooh.
I am quite
Or is-
smart.
You
Is
are
that
quite
more-
smart.
Or is that more insight?
It seems like an insight.
I think that's
Yeah.
insight.
But-
I mean, you do have tactics, though.
Tactical
Tactical
insight.
Tactical
You are-
insight.
I will say, what's the total die that you roll? For when you do tactical insight, you're rolling a D what?
A D8.
A D8. We're gonna give you a +4 bonus to an insight check because you weren't actively checking this. I'm kind of taking tactical insight and making it a passive ability as well,
So
because it was an ability
you
in
want
the
to just add 4 to my
to
passive
your
insight?
not to your passive insight. Roll for insight, but add a 4 to it
Okay.
rather than a full D8.
Okay.
Mm.
I see what you're saying. I see what
Yeah.
you're saying.
See what you're laying down.
26.
26.
We win D&D.
Over
Pack it up,
25.
guys.
I am victorious. We did it. We beat the bad guy.
It's funny that the 26 did it and not the multiple 30s he's got.
At level 4. 5? No, it was at 4.
It's hard to entirely know what he was talking about without extra context. You do know there was something about that, though. You've gone into this water before. It's not salty. Weird thing for Kylus, who is very particular about his wording, to include.
Yeah. I feel like I would know that about him and know like his attention to detail when it comes to that kind of stuff. That will absolutely go by the waterline and do the classic.
The classic.
Everyone does
The
that.
classic.
You gotta
We'll
taste
continue with the
salt water.
19 that you rolled as part of that perception check.
Yeah.
There's a faint, very faint hint of salt. Everyone here is just riddled with sodium intake.
It's all this fried fish all night. Everyone's pissing in the lake. Oh yeah,
That's all I
what's
got,
going on.
man.
Clerics are working overtime.
You just see boats going by, just.
What is everyone pissing them?
They come across Kyle's.
I'm going to abandon looking for Mavi Dorn.
Okay.
I'm gonna find Mookie.
Oh, okay. I had a split second of fuck. Who is that?
Yeah, I was like, oh
I
yeah.
have no idea who Mookie is.
He came and shared in our fish.
He wasn't wiped from your memory.
He was
Oh,
the
yeah.
he was the sailor guy that contracted us to originally hunt the Vorpal fins.
That's right.
He also set up the council meeting for you guys.
It's kind of a big deal to us.
I do remember
Him
Mookie.
and
Mookie's the tits.
Paula as well. I'll look for her.
Okay. Do you have any one in particular that you're looking for more?
Thinking about it, I'll probably look for Paula first.
Okay. We'll come back to that moment. Nesta, what are you up to?
I'm really moved by the performance, so I think I would meditate with Lunaris for a little bit to ruminate on my feelings
Mm-hmm.
through that. But once that's done and I'm feeling sufficiently faithful, I think I will
Sufficiently Norris.
I will go find Froggy and see if there's anything I can do to help his upcoming battle.
Okay. It is currently the 21st of the Dragon Wrath moon, so you do know it's about 9 days before a new moon ritual should happen. Cool. Mm-hmm. All right.
That's the clothed one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Scratch Mookie, Glenn. I'm still gonna try and find Paula first, but I also want to look for Glenn.
Oh, okay.
They're probably buckets.
You'll find them
If
together.
there's any luck, I'll find them both at the same
I was
time.
hoping to surprise
2
you.
for
with
1.
that.
3 so.
Two birds. One.
It's the Baldur's Gate moment where you open up the door, the barn door.
Oh, my God.
It's Paula behind Glenn.
Man, you pegged that.
That was
bad
funny.
person.
That
Dan,
was funny.
you find Kylus and Wolfie.
Guy, you can dance, buddy! Yeah! I jump up for high fives.
I didn't catch like a word of one through that intro.
I think that was the point.
Keeps high-fiving.
Please stop. I don't want to do this.
You did great. I'm very proud of you.
The answer. Wow. I'm not used to that. Okay.
Simelina runs up and hugs you.
I try to flex a little bit.
Roll me an athletics check.
Groupies, Mr. Nan. Groupies.
I come behind you and like clap you on the shoulder incredibly hard. You did
I
good.
rolled a 4 plus 0.
Nice. You kind of feel something tweak in your elbow. You're like, Okay. you kind of feel like Victoria now.
Throw your back out. Should have stretched.
I'm gonna flex my chest.
That's okay. I don't go by typical gender roles. I like a strong woman.
Oh, you better.
Yeah. Not that we're.
No, definitely not.
You're just cool.
So do you.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So cute.
13.
Really glad you brought in this little.
She's a little hard to read.
girl.
Maybe she was just excited about the show. It was a very good show.
Anyways,
Chill.
so your mom's pretty cool.
You're
So?
embarrassing us.
Your mom's pretty cool, right? Question mark?
Well, yes.
Yeah.
If we're talking about strong women,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. You know who's not cool? I'll tell you. It's my dad. You want to see me fight him?
I do remember hearing something about that.
His dad is Dick.
Is it okay if I go?
I'm going.
Oh,
Probably.
I guess I'm going.
Might. What time is it supposed to be at?
Midnight.
Do I already know that this is happening?
Were you there? You were there when we were talking
you
shit.
were all anyone who was
Fantastic.
there during the shit talking was present when Dobbledan didn't pull you aside and make anything secret, and he said up front,
Okay.
let's duel it out.
Did y'all see how much shit we talked to him?
You
We
talked no
totally
shit.
got him.
You didn't talk any shit.
We talked to zero shit.
You.
Flatlining on the shit talking.
But you.
But actually,
you,
anyway.
you did better, which is what's important here. It wasn't shit talking. You were just straight up rubbing his face in shit.
Yeah.
That scan, did that make sense? I think that made sense.
Kind of. After you beat him in the duel, you could
Scam.
rub his face in it. If it's
Take
not
3
like
points of psychic
stone,
damage.
you know.
Mark it off.
Oh, okay. Maybe you'll have to teach me then.
Teach you how to talk shit.
Yeah, like how to be cool.
Yeah, I think that's your big brother's
How
job
to be
over here.
cool.
We'll work on it.
Okay. So
We have a hand.
do we want to party for a little bit, or do we want to practice for the fight?
What time is it now?
At this point, it's probably about 10:40 or so.
So your fight's in like
It's
an hour?
10:38, 42 seconds.
So your fight's in an hour.
Yeah. So
No, you're not partying.
okay.
Sure, let's go. Let's go
Sure.
train.
Over
on.
analyzing little mind have a plan already?
Yes.
Oh, of course it does.
Yeah, what is your plan?
So do you hear how my dad last night really was still trying to be fatherly, even though I know better?
Was that last night? I think that was like an hour ago.
That was like, yeah, that was.
It's been a long day.
3 more points of psychic damage.
Man, this fight's gonna be so easy for me. It's gonna show up at 2 HP.
But I was thinking, one of the things he told me was to know when to put my ego aside. Y'all know I'm kind of weak.
With your arms.
Depends on you define weak.
Yeah. Well, I don't think I can take him. My sister's the strong one. He's the strong one. I'm the one that's got the noodle.
Yeah, but can't you unthink him? Can't you throw some magic spells at him?
So here's the problem. My magic spells I've been studying have all been counting on the fact that I have a team that I can improve, and I can be an asset to the team by improving others.
So why did you accept this duel?
Because my ego got in the way.
Got it. Got it. Okay.
So here's what I'm thinking.
It's the snake eating itself.
We twist those words and say, hey, I'm not gonna protect the world through one-on-one duels. It's my friends that make me strong. And I want to challenge him to a group duel.
What does that mean? What's a group duel?
So I don't know how many people he considers to be on his side. Definitely Nalana. I don't know if Nalana's dragon is part of Nalana or a separate member, but I think I want you two by my side.
You want me to fight your dad?
Kinda.
Okay.
That's too easy.
And then if the dragon is another member, then would you fight with me as well?
You want me to fight a dragon for you?
Kinda.
I want you to fight a dragon for him. This is what we're doing. We're doing this. You're in. He's in.
We're doing this, I'm in.
I mean, because my dad keeps thinking that he's better and superior.
Yeah, he's a
so,
shithead.
So I'm gonna use his own words, right?
Can I
He
kick
can't
him in the
refute
face?
that. Kinda. Yes.
I mean, either I can or I can't.
So here's the deal. You could totally kick him in the face, but don't you have a really cool axe that can really hurt him more?
That was like I wasn't actually going to kick him in the face. I'm obviously going to hit him with my axe.
Cool. Don't kill him, because he is my dad.
Okay.
But, like...
Maim him? Can I maim him?
hurt him enough that he has to go to the temple.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how far you're willing to go with this. When we had talked last, you were thinking of using that scroll of yours.
I was thinking about that.
What scroll?
I have a scroll. I was in a moment of weakness. I got kind of hot. I don't think I can go through with it. I'll show you my flesh to stone scroll.
I cannot read that.
I read you my flesh to stone scroll. Wait, no, I don't read it out loud.
You read it to Wolfgang.
Make it a check. You don't have gift the gab.
Roll a new character?
No, you roll a new
That's
character.
what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
You roll a new character? Okay.
I feel good, Mr.
well-
Band.
Yeah. I
Instead
don't
of getting
know.
dusted, it's
I
getting
don't know if I can
solidified.
forgive myself if I did something
It's
like
rough.
this.
So
It's rough, buddy.
let me see if I understand. You were going to do to your father what was done to your sister in an attempt to
Teach him a lesson.
teach him a lesson? Is that the idea here?
You know, I'm really smart.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes I'm also really dumb.
Yeah, okay, that adds up.
I don't think it was the worst
I
idea.
think it's a pretty bad idea.
If I had the same opportunity as you, I would not pull any punches.
Oh, I'm not saying you should pull any punches, but like, I don't know if I would petrify my father. Even if my father was a dick, my father wasn't a dick. I don't have that problem. But
Yeah, but my whole argument was that he needs to go home and take care of the family.
how is petrifying him allowing him to do that? That just
Exactly.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I do have something I could throw out there for you. I do have a discount of Poisonous Python, and he might be able to throw together a little potion for you.
Of anti-petrification?
Yes.
Well, can we get it now? I don't even have to fight him. I'll just go home.
I didn't really think about that. It's a dot I should have connected probably 6 to 8 episodes ago. Well,
Episodes?
Wow.
Mr.
Really
Nand,
buried the lead over here.
If you would like the discount,
Hard.
it's yours. I didn't use it when I made my purchase.
Where's the poisonous python?
It's,
Frogman, it's 11 at night.
that
They're not
direction?
open.
They're probably partying.
Let's go tomorrow morning, first thing.
Okay.
Patience for one more day. Well, in that case, you don't need to fight your dad?
I think you should still fight your
I
dad.
kind of still want to fight
I
him.
kind of want to fight him too.
Yeah.
Like,
Everyone's just itching for a fight.
I don't really want to fight, but
Well,
I'm
like,
trying to turn over a new leaf with the group, so I'll help
I-
you.
I want to just fight him. I don't care about the rest of it.
I mean, that. Well, here's the thing: is I think to engage in a completely logical rhetorical argument, one would have to twist his own words against him, which is not letting one's ego get in the way, which means one has to rely on one's allies, which means that he must rely on his allies as well, and so I think it has to be a 2v2 or a 3v3 depending on how they consider the dragon.
I'll just tell me where to stand.
Yeah. I have an idea. It's a great idea. Let's go ask.
Okay, and I'll rest for about an hour. First.
An hour would put you about 30 minutes before the duel.
Great.
Okay.
I have a question that the professor thought about when he first heard about the duel, but just hasn't asked. But just for my knowledge, also since I talked to the person who explained the rules of how the team works and stuff, what happens if one team fucks with another team and potentially causes them to not be able to compete anymore? Is that stipulated? Will we get disqualified?
I would say you'd probably get disqualified. If for whatever reason a contestant could not compete the next day, you would be disqualified.
I don't think I should be a part of this.
Well, you guys don't know that. Because
It's not something Dominic had to think about until right now, but that would make sense.
But also,
It's
The
fine to have
harmed
like
team or
friendly.
the team with the harmed person.
It's fine to have like a friendly rivalry, and if you get into a brawl, sure. But if you lop up someone's leg during that brawl, and now all of a sudden they can't compete on an obstacle course, you are actively hindering your competition outside
them
of
into stone.
the rules of the game.
So I'm gonna look for Paula. Depending on how that goes, I'm gonna potentially look for Glenn.
Professor's
And
over
if
here
all
playing
that
Where's
goes,
Waldo.
I will meet back up with them for the duel, and then probably like, hey, how far is this going?
I will be with you
all
for
the
an hour.
way.
Because
But
if
having
we
said
get
that-
disqualified, that means technically we lose.
He
I
challenged
am
me,
a
though.
part of this community, though. I
Mhm.
would probably know that.
You would.
So,
I'm sure
I'm sure that's
knows.
come up in past Big Yikes events.
because I was actively going to search them out after I was
Yeah.
done praying, maybe I could relay that information.
Yeah. But also, he challenged me to the duel.
So I can't. I'm not gonna kill him. Okay.
We can always twist any words we really need to. I mean,
Okay.
Wait, did he?
Don't make. Yeah, my dad challenged me to the duel.
Oh, okay.
He rolled the nat 20 to even make this happen. His father wants a bit of proof if he's going to hand it off to him.
I just
think it
want to
might
punch
be-
him in the face.
Well, no, I'll say it in person when I talk to you.
Okay. So I'm rested. I'm chilling. I'm getting ready.
I'm with him talking about strategy and plans and how we're gonna approach this, and yeah, we're doing little. I'm like really down low, doing like, all right, come on, throw some punches.
House is just
Okay, that's
there,
good. That's good.
standing off to the side occasionally, looking around. Obviously distracted.
Very much so.
I will say that
Yeah.
after a couple of flag collectings, I will suddenly remember that my, I guess, friend that I don't really know that well is supposed to duel, and that I'm supposed to stay with the group, and I'll go try and find that stuff.
Supposed friend, yes.
I don't know him.
Theoretical friend. I'm sorry.
I don't know this guy.
Friend in air quotes.
He doesn't even go here.
Can I go to
I really want those memories back. I'm gonna pray for them.
Professor, bit of hopping around, bit of asking around. You do end up finding Paula, who is currently sitting on a bench, maybe an exact 3 feet away from Glenn, who have cups in their hands, on their laps.
Just fucking date already, you
Awkward
nerds.
date.
Oh, this is so awkward.
You ready for it to get even more awkward?
Yes.
I sit directly between
Yes,
the
you
two
do.
of them.
I love it.
Charisma 9, baby. I don't know shit about shit when it comes to socialization.
I don't know shit
of us
about
do.
shit.
You're walking up, Glenn does kind of lock eyes with you and has this kind of like,
Glenn and Paula. This is as I'm like sitting down, rather interesting. I was actually looking for both of you.
Glenn kind of tenses up a little bit more. Paula kind of relaxes a little bit. Yes, Professor. How can I help?
Well, I actually have the same question for both of you. You see, with your
Your passive insight. They both get kind of like a, uh-oh. He's figured it out.
you see, with your time in the city and your relation to its founder and whatnot, and Glenn, you also spending much time and being a big figure here and know quite a bit of the history, and I'm sure maybe the two of you have chatted and mingled a bit about subjects and things of that nature. And Glenn, with I do hate to rub salt in the wound on this. Oh, multiple puns not intended here. You did spend a bit of time in the water recently. I apologize. Yes. My question is, however, did you detect any hint of salts in this freshwater lake? And in continuation of that power, has this ever been any sort of phenomenon ever known to happen in these waters?
They kind of lean and look at each other. And Paula looks back too and... no. As far as the history of this lake is concerned, it's always been fresh water. It leads out to the ocean, yes. But no, the water shouldn't be that way. It's around that point that a hand kind of grabs your arm, and Glenn's kind of like gesturing, like, hey, let's go for a walk.
Yes, well, thank you.
As you both begin to stand, He kind of looks back and is just like, I'm sorry. This shouldn't take too long. I'll be back. You both begin to walk into the crowd. Paula left there with her drink.
The professor still has no idea he interrupted something.
Nope, not at all. You weren't one of the ones that caught them boning and groaning?
Mm-mm.
I think it was just you.
The only, yeah, it was you two and Semolina were there, and Vicky, or Victoria, sorry. Walking off to the side, you guys just kind of meander through the crowd, and he hushedly over his shoulders. Do you know anything about it?
Not succinctly yet. I have some theories, ideas potentially, but after I took a stroll earlier after the performance, Kylus is very particular with his words, and well, his show was meant not only as a spectacular display of theatrics, but as a message to what we believe to be the source of the issues with the Vorpalfins and such earlier. A hag that has infested the waters. I was looking to see if there was any of that murky gunk that was found earlier, and while I didn't find that, I admittedly a little barbaric, but took a taste of the waters and
Goodness me.
Pearls.
No, you didn't.
found it to be rather salty for a freshwater body of.
When you dropped me into the water earlier today, that's when I noticed it as well.
And weren't these fish that were infesting the area?
Mhm.
They're saltwater fish.
Yes, it
We-
was unusual, for sure.
It's a very strange turn of events, but we could tell with one that we ended up following to get to where we found this large, almost undead shark. But it had broken free of whatever was controlling it. But while it was being controlled, it was able to breathe like normal. But Anesta and I soon saw that as it tried to get away, once it was no longer under control, it struggled to breathe because it was a saltwater fish in fresh water. My theory could be that this hag is potentially trying to move water from the ocean and
A hag? Where are you getting that? There's a hag in the lake?
yes, and we know it for a fact that at least a hag is present in the city.
Okay.
The hag idea first came about. Kylus has apparently had some dealings with one, and this seems similar to its handiwork. We attempted to investigate, found this murkiness, and we had seen. Ringwin had seen while we were out in the water searching. She saw someone on another boat, and then someone came out of the water onto that boat with them. We tracked and trailed them, eventually leading to this event and the other, and Ringwin actually went and tracked down this person and found them and encountered the hag.
Okay. Great.
And on that boat, we had found a note saying that the people of this town do not know what they sit on, and that trouble was being planned to be caused during this festival.
Do any of the council members know this?
We showed them the note and brought it to their attention.
I guess that does explain why there's more obscura.
Yes, I'm not sure. That's all I can say as far as what has been done after that.
Okay. I don't know much about the Fae or hags. I saw you all chatting with Doppeldan. It seems like Frognan might be related somehow.
Very.
Very much so. Okay.
Direct
But
descendant.
his ally, Nalana, she's a specialist in hunting fae. She might be a good person to talk to about this.
That is good to know. Perhaps I should strike up some conversation about that.
Note to self: talk to NPCs. DM presents.
Nah. What is that, a plot hook?
Nah.
Ignore.
Nah, we're busy infighting.
Professor, I gotta say, I appreciate you being upfront about this and the sharing of your information.
Well,
I know tensions are high between our groups, and, well, friendly competition can sometimes cloud our judgment. This seems rather serious, so thank you.
knowledge is power, as they say, and well, this is something that affects the entire safety of this whole city.
I may be finding a temporary replacement for Event 3. I think I need to bow out.
You think this is something that warrants your full attention?
I believe so. I think I need to be in more strategic places than on the water in armor.
Quitter.
I think I'll grab another initiate, see if they could be a temporary replacement for me. I don't think they'll take too much objection. It's not like I'm grabbing someone who's more powerful than me.
A respectable and sound decision, though I do have to say I was going for 3 for 3.
Too bad it's a one-on-one event out there. We'll never be on the course at the same time.
More of a time trial.
More so, yes.
I see. Well,
One's own ability and creativity.
well then. Perhaps I'll see if there's anybody else that I can chat with to have more eyes open. As much as I agree with your line of thinking and think it would be good to be out there, I think I'm beholden to the rest of my team.
Of course. I
But
understand.
should anything occur, we will be there to assist.
I don't doubt that. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have to clear up a situation. Good night, Professor.
Oh, yes. Hope all goes well, Glenn.
Me too. And he
Oh,
begins to
Paula!
he begins to walk back.
I'd like to think the professor watches him go, like sits down next to Paolo and goes, "Oh, nothing about that."
Pretty much. I
Middle
wonder what
of the
the
night.
situation was.
Oh!
Wakes up from his trance.
They're fucking!
He's like writing a detailed account of the day. And he's like,
I then go find the rest of the group.
POV, you're an intellectual.
Very unsubtle.
All right. Rangwin, you play a couple rousing tunes, but eventually are
Bored.
find your fingers blistering.
I yart my heart out.
You yart your heart out.
in the herd.
You are given the remainder of the evening to yourself, as other musicians will strike up and continue playing here and there throughout the festival, but you are no longer required on duty. Anything in particular you'd like to do? Or just meet up with the rest of the gang?
Yeah, I mean, flag's on the way,
Flags on the way?
but
Alright. The rest of the group begins to meet up, and you all find yourselves clustered together. What would you like to do?
Where did I tell my daddy I was going to meet him?
on the outskirts, right?
Yes, to meet up on the outskirts of the festival, and then there was a secondary location.
The highest
To travel
the
to.
highest hill, and the moon is at its peak.
That sounds awesome. Let's do that.
Well, party's all together, yeah.
Ness is here too.
This is peeing, but you know.
squatting over the lake.
That's
Frogman.
canon.
No, I'll take care of it.
Not just going in the lake.
Frogman, are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah. You. Oh, right. You don't remember. Yeah. I mean, this is a whole thing. I've never been the strongest in my family. They know this. You knew this. But I think it's time that I paved my own path and stop living in his shadow, right? He has responsibility to his family, and it's up to us to prove that to him.
I think she might actually know Doppeldan. I mean, she
You
did
do
know a
recall
drow.
Doppeldan.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know the guy,
Yeah.
and I understand now that you're his son. And
So,
no, I'm just worried about you.
in your memories of Doppeldan, is he not there?
I just remember him being a real dick.
Yeah, but do you remember why?
No.
That's interesting.
I'd like to think he's like a blurry outline, just kind of in the background of
Is he?
everything.
I thought we were just making our way, trying to get to Lemensa,
Yeah.
and we found a really big jerk.
Well, he's a
who
little
was-
jerk, but yeah.
Yeah. A small, giant jerk.
Yeah.
Just that guy.
In the background of your memory, you don't remember just like a fuzzy shape with big ears on it?
No.
That's interesting.
Plucked him right out of the
I-
dirt.
As far as I know, we just came across a cranky guy in the woods.
And the lady with the dragon.
Mental Photoshop must be really
Wait, what?
good.
Milana, the lady with the dragon.
She was there?
Yeah.
And you were there?
Speaking of Nolana,
Yeah.
I am, don't get me wrong, I'm all for this duel and well into seeing Doppeldan have his ass handed to him.
Me too.
That.
Sounds lovely.
However, it may be in our best interest to
Kill him.
know,
Quiet.
maybe in our best interest to
I mean, yeah, but
have conversation with Nolana. I spoke with Glenn earlier as something, actually your performance tipped me off about something.
did you know that
Did it
he's
know?
hooking up with Paula?
Let's focus on
Just
Kind of like.
Situation.
Anyway.
Oh, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Anyway,
I thought she had better taste than that.
I did too. But
anyway,
what are you
that
gonna
is not the point.
Yes.
You were peeing.
I'm back.
do?
I spoke with Glenn and told him of and asked him about the salt in the lake. Something in your performance tipped me off for something about that. I went and investigated the lake, and there is a distinct saltwater taste in it, meaning that there is enough salt water coming into this freshwater lake to cause a shift.
The hag.
Exactly. I told Glenn of the hag and what we know of it, and he had mentioned that this woman, Nolana, is a specific hunter of fae.
That's convenient.
That sounds...
Hunter in what way?
Yeah. Rewind on that.
Well,
We're all
Aren't you
fae.
Fae?
I am. So is she. So is he.
Well, obviously, if she was going to hunt us, we'd probably already have faced the jaws of a dragon.
And
by
we
now.
know her.
It's a little dragon. The jaws aren't that big.
Yeah, it's just
Yes,
like a
well,
alligator.
We all
It's
met
a little
her.
bigger than a Saint Bernard.
She's traveling with Doppeldan.
It is cute.
Was
Did
she
you forget
there in the
about-
woods?
Yes. Anytime
Okay.
that we've seen Doppeldan, we've seen her.
How many memories did that hag take from me?
Well,
Too
at least
many.
2.
Is it just people?
And your name.
Oh, yeah.
Effie.
Effie.
Don't call
Anyway,
Oh, right on.
me that. Thank you.
what I'm saying is that perhaps we should. Doppeldan I can give fuck all about, but Nolana, perhaps we should propose some sort of alliance with. And I think that if she's a hunter of fae, she'd be more than interested in hunting down a hag.
Does this preclude me from fighting Doppeldan?
I don't think so.
Well,
Then I don't care. Let's go.
we'll see what they
Frogman.
want to do, but if half of us are fighting, the other half will be talking to Nana. Or she'll be more agreeable after she had her face punched in.
That one, I think she's gonna be in the fight.
Also, I was in the bathroom. Sorry if I missed this bit, but we are aware that there's a chance we could be disqualified, right?
Oh yes, that is very true.
But he challenged me.
I'm not gonna kill anybody.
It's more of that if one team does something to another team that causes them to be unable to participate, then
Well, we'll buy him a drink afterward.
Frogman, maybe you can pull a Paul Pierce.
Paul
I'm making
Pierce.
sports jokes at D&D. Sorry.
3 points of psychic damage.
You're talking to the wrong crowd.
Have you seen the stats on that guy? It's
speaking
insane.
also of affecting teams, I may have inadvertently gotten Glenn to pull out of the competition.
So?
Glenn never pulls out. I mean, wait, what?
He's in last place. Who cares?
I'm just giving you
Why?
information.
Why would he pull out anyways?
After I told him of
Because he was the one to
everything.
knock her up? Sorry.
Okay, children.
Everyone thought it, and you could have just let it be. You had to give it a
After-
voice.
I told him of the hag and everything going on, and that we've spoken with the council about this, and gave him the whole situation. He felt that it was best that he come out of the competition, have an initiate take his place, and then he is able to be amongst the city to help jump into action should
Sounds like
things
he
arise.
really wants to give us 25,000
That's
gold.
what I'm wondering. If he pulls out of the competition, do we automatically win that bet of yours?
I mean, he said that
I hope so.
the bet wasn't that we beat Glenn. It was bet that we beat the Crimson Cogs. Crimson Cogs are still competing, so I
Right
mean,
there.
by all rights.
We'll destroy them.
By my math, they can't beat us now, or you now. It's already over,
And we could fail spectacularly in the final round.
and still win.
potentially the last round could be worth more points.
And we could be disqualified tonight for having a fight.
Oh, that sounds like a
That doesn't
bad
sound
time.
like us.
It doesn't? No, it does.
No, not really
So
at all.
you rough him up, but you just make him, but don't maim him or
I mean, I don't know about your memory right now, but every time we've gotten our asses kicked, a good night's sleep, and I feel like miraculously 100% better.
Which, God, I want to impose some rules to change that. I hate that aspect so much.
So just make sure he's all in one piece, and then we'll tuck him in.
Don't chop his head off.
Yeah.
I'll try. Not to.
well, I guess we'll have to see who shows up for this duel.
If there's anyone I believe that can show restraint, it's Wolfgang.
You guys hear that?
No, I'm not checking in.
Gotta love when God snickers.
So if it looks
Let's
like
go to a raise right now.
you're in any kind of trouble,
Start punching
do
the
I
air.
have your permission to help out?
Only what's negotiated. I want this to be an honorable duel.
Is honorable
Understood.
really our bag?
Good
It
question.
is.
You just performed the most honorable piece I've ever seen in theater history.
Alright, keep your pennies on, alright?
And how much did you get paid for it?
My cheeks turn bright.
I'm not really sure.
Is nothing the answer?
Yeah, pretty
Sounds
much.
pretty honorable to me.
I
Roll a
got
D100.
We did great things.
Roll a D100.
Oh, okay.
You were a performer. You weren't just a producer.
Hat pushover.
I think I would pay myself
I like
quite
I
handsomely.
like it when you guys have money and you get to buy stuff with it.
I like it when you guys have money.
52
Okay, you get 52 gold.
gold.
Yes. I turned it into platinum if it was below 10.
So yes, we're
You
honorable.
a lizard?
At the same time,
Yes.
I don't think it's cheating if I feel just a little extra confident going in. Hey Nesta, would you give me a blessing?
Of course.
Maybe one for the brain. A brain blessing.
He's got scary eyes.
Are you asking for something in particular?
Yeah,
What?
a blessing for my brain.
I see what you mean. You
Please
want
help
enhanceability?
Mm-hmm. For the brain.
Cat's
Right.
grace.
Fox cunning.
Wow! Okay.
Somebody stop me.
At third level.
Ooh.
Marginally
That
more
means you can
intelligent.
guess on someone else too, then.
No mind.
Make
Well,
someone
you
else
guessed it on.
Not third. Wait, aren't you fighting with someone?
Yeah, possibly with one of them.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, I'll give. Nah.
Give nah.
Just kidding. Nah.
Nah.
Second level, just
Not
for you.
this blessed performer. Hurts.
All right.
It's just intelligence.
Whew, that's a rush. Nothing like some good intellect boosting. All right, let's go. I feel like I just took a shot.
Is he always this
Yeah.
intense?
A shot.
Yes, please tell me what you know about taking a shot.
I mean, if it's anything like that burning in the back of my head, and the fact that my mind feels so much sharper, and I mean,
It's a little like that.
let's go.
You know, there's some of this fey powder I might have to turn you on to.
Wagner's gonna be a coke addict.
Did you actually bring some of that with you?
I like how you're going to
Did-
become a
did you
drug
bring
addict
some of that?
outside of Voxstrom.
We tried.
Afraid I burned through it all
I
already.
know, Nesta tried real
You
hard.
really do.
I slapped her for it.
Woo, let's go.
All right, where you guys heading to? Finding Dobbs?
What,
Finding
my dad?
Delana? All right.
My nose starts bleeding a little bit.
Trail of blood behind it.
Don't think too hard.
Easy enough to find. By this point, midnight is quickly approaching. The festivities are starting to die out, and you actually find Doubledan outside of the festival. He is currently squaring off with a bush and has his blade out, and just kind of just practicing a few forms. And you watch as like his left leg kind of gives out, and he stumbles into it and
Don't
rebalances
make us
himself.
Feel bad.
Can I, if he's practicing, can I stop the whole group?
Mhm.
And
You also see Nalana nearby on like a park bench near this area, who's currently like stringing her bow together and just kind of waxing it down with some resin, and a curled up green dragon at her feet.
I stop the group.
Proud of you for that bow reference.
I
Basic archer.
toggle group hide.
Control C.
Shift C.
Or shift C. Shift C, right.
We all squat down.
Sorry, it's holding down on the D-pad.
Oh god.
We're controller.
I just mouse it, to be
Don't
honest.
touch
I don't
Suddenly
like
everyone's knees just ah!
Yeah. Wait. We gotta gather intel on the enemy.
He's trimming a bush. What more
Yeah.
do you?
He's doing a terrible job of standing up.
If only I was seventh level.
Be still. His beating heart has
No,
to fight
enemy
his
or
own
whatever it's called.
son.
Know your enemy,
Yeah.
and he's fighting.
That is poetic.
You watch as suddenly there's a glow about his chest, and like this drawn out character appears in front of him, and
Can I read it when it pops
What's
out?
that?
Did that look like my manifest minds at all?
no.
Okay.
Can I read it?
Roll a history check.
History. If
You're
only I-
trying to read a language.
If only I was buffed with intelligence.
Or is it like a
Can
hieroglyph?
I?
Is
You
it?
mean-
Is it?
Character, like person or hieroglyph?
Like a hieroglyph.
15.
24.
24.
I'm gonna roll a history check too,
Sure.
I'm not.
because I'm proficient in it. 11.
11.
I mean,
Both
would
of
it
you don't
even make
recognize
sense for
it.
me to roll one?
It's only if you want to.
You're rolling with advantage.
I mean, I guess he's my dad.
He's my dad.
And it's int. Oh,
Ooh.
but
Oh, you
I
got advantage. That was a natural one.
23.
23. You both recognize the symbol written in Celestial.
I know that language.
Yes. It is the. It's almost like an idea in a single written out script that stands for destruction.
Gobbledygook.
Seemed like nonsense to me.
That is
Is it-
Celestial
Does
Library.
it
that
look
shit.
like Thunderwave? Because I've seen him cast Thunderwave.
You're a very smart person with keen mind. The sigil of destruction was described to you by Zeke. Dobbledan is the owner of it. It seems like he might have just attuned to it.
He attuned to destruction?
The sigil of.
Yeah,
Sigil
I'm
of
going to-
destruction? Awfully harsh.
Friend, a fair warning. It seems like your father means business. He seemed to have just attuned to the sigil of destruction.
Oh. Shit.
Is that bad?
Let's kill him.
Doesn't sound good.
Hmm.
So he sounds like he's using outside influences as well. Anyone have some cool items they could give me?
Hold on.
No.
What language was that just popped up
It was
there?
celestial.
So, does that mean that this vault that they're guarding might have some sort of divine protection, or whoever's involved with this vault might be a deity of some kind?
Not necessarily means that it has to be a deity, but just it uses divine or holy power as safeguards.
How would that not be related to a god?
I mean, you can cast divine magic without having it being tied to a god. That's how.
That's kind of my thing.
I mean, that's how druids cast their magic.
Yeah. Druids.
Paladin.
Sounds questionable to me.
I mean, celestial is just the language of beings of the plane of good. I mean, it's what
I
Nesta
will say,
speaks.
knowledge-wise, you would be aware. Druids cast through primordial magics. They pull from magic from the earth.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Druids pull from a primal source. Most mages pull from the weave, and then divine pull from divinity, usually. Which is why he's a bit of a weird case.
Yeah.
But he has proven your theory.
People have said that about me all my life.
And even some warlocks get their powers from celestial beings that are not necessarily gods.
Maybe some. Just a theory I'm throwing out there.
What has you so concerned?
I don't know. Gods like sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
If they bother to help at all.
Not all
Very
gods.
true.
Hashtag not all gods.
Yikes. So
Apologist over here.
maybe we can test any of our theories through combat?
Let's do it.
I'm gonna definitely improve my speed a little bit. What are the odds you think you'll join me in this fight?
I have to ask him. I couldn't tell you. I feel like I don't want you wasting spell scrolls or scrolls, whatever. I don't want
power?
you, spell power in order to enhance me. He strikes me as I want to be in your face, fighting you kind of guy, and so do I.
Okay,
Sweep the knee. Looks weak there.
that's fair. Question about the surrounding terrain. Can you please describe like the area that we're in? I'm specifically looking for places I could potentially elevate my position or hide behind.
Okay. Where they are currently, they're kind of off in like this patch of grass with a bit of shrubbery nearby, kind of like a small offshoot of a park almost. There's a bit of a bench nearby that Nalana's currently sitting on. There's a pathway before you that extends up some stairs, but it does get cut off rather quickly by some buildings nearby. You could potentially climb onto some of the rooftops over there. Past that, back towards the festival, there isn't a lot of height or levels within it, but there's a lot of shit around. Barrels, stands that you could hide behind, just fencing in general, just a lot of what the festivity is. There's plenty of space in there to hide or get some cover, but if you're looking for actual elevation, going up those steps and maybe onto one of the surrounding buildings.
How far away are those buildings?
Oh, they're within 100 feet at least.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not
Cool.
terribly far away.
Cool. Grazie.
De nada.
um,
I know it wasn't the same way.
I love it though.
Prego. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Prego. We took Italian.
Yes, we did.
Mhm. Okay.
I will point out for both Professor and Nesta, as you guys have kind of been chatting a bit about it, going back and forth. Nesta, you probably clock it first because you haven't been in that conversation. Nalana is just staring at you all. And she's just looking, tending to her bow. Dobbledan's kind of off to the side, but she's sitting on a bench looking directly towards the festival.
All right, so we're gonna do this, Nesta. You know how, for some reason, when we get into fights, you're like, you get twitchy or like fast all of a sudden? That's through your god, right? Could you bless me with that?
Well,
Fast and twitchy.
Fast and twitchy.
Yes, I believe
I cast fast. And
the spell that's fast and twitchy is called Vigilant Blessing.
Yes.
Advantage! I always give it to myself. I forgot I can give it to other people.
Uh-huh.
Yes, here you go, buddy. While I'm at it,
Blessing.
I'm gonna cast Twilight Sanctuary.
Oh, give me some temp HP.
Yeah, and then if you ever need help, just come within 30 feet of me, and you'll get.
Okay.
some-
I don't want to cheat.
As
but
all these
I'll
spells
definitely
and
take-
magical abilities are starting to go off, Dumbledore stops and looks at you all and, wow, is it almost that time already?
I rolled 6,
Yeah,
so you
thank
get
you.
12.
12. Nice. It's time.
Putting his sword away.
Before I go to talk to him, I will cast a spell that I've never cast before.
Okay.
Fireball.
I'll reach into my book, find a spell that I inscribed days ago. Go through these motions for the first time, release it, and walk up to Deb.
Okay.
What do you mean?
As you walk up, you see wind wrap around his arms. And he... And he'll cast Long Strider on himself.
Nice. Oh, we're at the same speed again, bastard.
He's a penalty from his leg, but
That's okay.
What did you do to his leg? Do we know?
he's being affected by the wasting.
His leg is falling off.
Mm-hmm. His,
Alright,
his
Dad.
leg is essentially dying.
Got it.
It's time.
Okay. I want to be upfront with you about probably what is expected here. I'm gonna go all out.
What was that glyph you projected out of you?
Your potential inheritance. Not after this fight, definitely not. I'm not going to give that to you. But it is the Sigil of Destruction. One of the keys of opening up the vault.
Okay.
I chatted with Zeeg recently. He has informed me he's given you the full story. What we are, what we do, why we're here.
What kind of weaponry does it look like my dad's holding?
He has a rapier at his side.
That's it that I can see?
Roll perception check.
While he's doing that, I'm going to whisper to Wolfgang, who's Zeke?
Oh my god. 18.
I let you hold up.
18. Looking over his form.
And I just lean over and say, that's his dad.
Daddy, to be exact.
He has a few arrows on his side, but it doesn't look like he has a bow or crossbow on him.
We'll talk about it.
Vesta.
He also has a ring on his left finger, index finger, that is bound to 2 fingers. You've heard of an item like this before. It's a ring of spell storing.
Didn't want to metagame that one.
It's a pretty, it's a pretty
Standard.
commonly known item in the world now, especially with a high fantasy setting. It's
Kill him, I
very
want
common
it.
for people who have minimal spell
Chop his
slots.
fingers
Yeah,
off.
kill him. I want it. I have minimal spells.
Okay, I'll be honest with you, Dad. You know this about me. I'm not a strong guy. My strength comes from my community. Would you be open to a 2-on-2 duel? You and Nalana versus myself and Wolfgang?
Roll a persuasion check.
Or a 3-on-3. And I'll fight that little green beast over there.
Looks up and growls at you. Nalana looks at you, up and down.
Can I give him advantage on that? That's
No,
what I
because you
was
were
saying.
intimidating. He's
Okay,
persuading.
okay.
9.
9. It's a fair argument.
You yourself said to put aside your ego.
This isn't ego. Nalana's being lookout.
You know, last time you and I met, I was in a bad situation, and you took advantage of that. Are you afraid to do it again when we're on even footing?
No.
No pun intended.
Nalana's lookout, but look, I count 1 extra person, 2 extra people, 3 extra people, 4 extra people. Can they not look out?
Would you be willing to watch over this fight?
If it meant squaring up evenly, I would do it.
If you're willing to watch over this, keep a weather eye. We can do a 2-on-2.
What are you worried about? Why is she looking out?
We haven't earned that conversation yet.
Is it about the hag?
Yeah, is it about... Is
Throw it out there.
I know.
Because
Be cool,
we've
Phil,
been
be cool.
actively trying to deal with things about that. So yes, we have earned that conversation, I think.
Yeah, we have.
Fair enough. Yes. It has to do with a potential hag in the city.
It's not potential, she is here.
I just haven't had the confirmation yet.
The confirmation is with us.
I can confirm. I saw her.
What's this? What? When? Where?
I thought she told us.
Where?
I told all of
Oh,
you.
you told
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Never
she told
mind.
us.
Sorry.
Yes,
Right.
Charlie.
Short memory. Never mind. Hold on.
Breathe, breathe.
A little stroke.
And
for
I can tell you that she is not happy with our merry band.
Merry band. That's actually too fitting.
No.
Didn't you just put on a grand performance?
I always put on grand performances, Phil.
Doing one right now.
Well,
2-on-2 it is.
2-on-2. Okay.
Keep an eye out for anyone who's hiding in the shadows.
Yeah. I'll cast Disguise Self and turn into Eldrana.
Okay.
Ooh, badass.
And I will stand on the side with Wolfgang, probably 30 feet apart from Wolfgang. Unless they have any objection, I'll probably stand about 50 feet apart from them. And get ready.
Oh, can we please remember to not horribly maim each other? We all do need to compete tomorrow, and no one wants to get disqualified.
Really
enough.
biting my tongue right now.
I'd like to give Mr. Nan 2 things before we start, if I could.
Sure.
All right. I'll summon Oz in Raven form. Stay on his shoulder.
Purchase. Kind of picks at your head a bit.
And
I gave him already.
just in case.
Give me some.
Oh, you want some too?
Damn right I do.
I rolled another
Nice.
6. 12.
I'm gonna give you these syringe with acid in it.
Do you know what's done baton?
That sounds really badass. I would have no idea how to use it.
Some of that.
It's electrifying!
Nice.
I have nothing to give you.
Nice.
I'll give you guidance. Why not?
I will give
Thanks,
you.
Shep.
No, you can't give me guidance because you're already concentrating on
Oh,
the
concentration.
With Oz on your shoulder, you have advantage on all spell saves.
All saves.
Mhm.
Okay, I already have advantage on a lot of them, but extra fun.
Now you got all of them.
I
Yeah.
will give you a tactical assessment
Nice.
and give you a breakdown of how I think your father fights and what you should probably do.
Nice.
I will give you a pat on the back and wish you good luck.
Thanks, friend.
I don't know you.
And I have nothing for you.
It's time to.
It's time for a double duel.
Yeah! Have you had that in the pocket for
Blade
a while?
out to the
or-
side, left hand behind the back, looks at you, and suddenly you flash back. This is the stance that your sister takes.
Oh,
She was trained by him.
that's badass.
And in the back, bow strung, pulls back an arrow, prepares to fight. And that is where we are going to go into our break.
Son of a bitch.
Because I got a map to build.
Yeah.
Got a map, got a map.
All right. We'll come back to a bit of a showdown.
I'm gonna roll initiative right now.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna do one more thing
Get
before
rid of-
initiative.
10.
Okay.
Get him advantage?
10. Yeah, both of
That
them.
was
We'll come
advantage?
back into that
Okay.
moment shortly. We'll see you guys here soon.
Woo!
BRB.
And welcome
And
back.
we should have checked for frosting before we did that.
Let's get ready to rumble!
That might be
Oedipus. Oedipus.
Bringing what?
Sunday,
Only the dad killing part.
Oh,
Okay.
gotcha.
Hello.
Anyone with a Greek mythology knowledge with a
I'm
gun?
not excited about this anymore.
We are coming into combat. I need initiative rolls from anyone who's part of this fight.
Jesus.
I had rolled a 10.
Define part of this fight.
If you intend to contribute to this fight in any way, whether it's part of your rules or not, you must roll an initiative check.
If having toilet sanctuary up.
Would be part of the fight.
Damn it!
You're actively contributing an effect that is changing how this fight will go.
To
So
be
if I'm just on the lookout, I'm not really a
Yeah.
part of it.
7.
To note, anyone who jumps into initiative after these rolls, you're always going below the people who are above.
I'm gonna roll for initiative, even though he told me not to.
Okay.
We're all
just for the option.
Everyone's like, we're gonna keep watch. Watch this fight.
Lots of D's and
As I said, I will be, as we go into initiative, I will be raging.
Yes.
Initiative rage. It's a new ability I just
Rage initiative.
Did it go all the way
plus
away?
12 to initiative.
It was a natural 12.
There was a 5.
It was not a natural 12. But that's a 9.
Hey, that's way better.
Plus what?
Plus 12. Nothing.
Oh.
You have 0 dex.
He's a
Nice.
plate mail boy, eventually.
I'm heavy boy.
All right, you got a 10?
10 total
'It's all that hair weighs him down.
on our D12 initiative.
13.
So proud.
Even though you only rolled once?
Yeah.
Fucking alert.
I get a plus 6.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not rolling.
Well, I mean, I feel like everybody else is. Should
It's
I?
up to you. It's totally
And
up
then
to
just
you.
pass turn.
4.
Okay.
7.
Nine.
She had more decks.
9.
Okay. Bringing us to the top of the round. Nesta, you're up.
I'm just gonna keep toilet sanctuary up.
Okay. Ending your turn brings us to Doppeldan. You got an 11.
That's not what I wanted.
Too bad. As he
I just
looks at
realized
you
something I could do.
and kind of looks around, sees your effect up. All right.
I'm not gonna take it.
Seems I gotta stop pulling my shots. And 3 versions of himself appear. You know this spell. Counterspell?
No.
Okay. He casts mirror image. Alright. And he will 10, 15, 20, 25. For all the limping he's been doing, wind wraps around his feet and he bolts over to you. Blade ready, and it kind of this energy begins to wrap around the blade. And just being close to it, you hear a ringing in your ear and a thumb in the back of your head. He will end his turn because there's not much else. Oh wait, no, I think he can.
Bonus action.
Yeah, I think he can bonus action swing
Because he's a.
because he is a
Eldritch Knight.
yeah. Yeah, with his bonus action, he will swing at you. Using his blade. Rolling to hit, that is a 17.
17 is my AC. Shield.
Shield. Sliding across your weaponry, he back out to the side. Locks eyes through whatever magical armor that you've presented before yourself, and he kind of nods with a bit of a smile on. Moving down the line, Frogman, you're up.
My turn. Telekinetic shove away.
All right.
Strength save for me, please.
Strength save. That's a 16.
16 is my AC.
Yeah.
Or is the DC.
He rolls his left shoulder and stands firm,
Interesting.
like the captain of a guard that he's always been.
Okay, that's fine. Take a hit, if you will. I learned this move from one of my new friends as I take off into the air.
He'll swing at you.
Yep.
Reaction.
Into the air? Huh?
That's not going to hit with an 18.
Nice. Misses.
Deflects off the side. Sees you soaring up.
So I fly up. I land on the building. How tall is the building?
I believe it is 30 feet. That's higher than 30 feet. Wait. 10, 25. Oh, no. 30.
That is
Exactly.
30.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
Frogman, what does your flight look like?
So as I take off, you see that very reminiscent of the wings that project out of my friends. I have celestial stars that start to project out from me, but they're all black.
Black stars.
And I take up, shoot straight into the sky.
Badass.
And I feel really badass, but I try to hold in my smile. And then I glide gently to the top of the rooftop.
As you land, he focuses to you.
Yeah, and I will cast. Let's do some tests, shall we? I'm going to cast Chill Touch on my dad.
Okay, I think that's rolled a hit.
It is. And that should be a 23 to hit.
23 hits. It claps onto one of the illusions, shattering it.
Nice.
No damage.
No damage. Cool.
Got rid of one.
All right, and then I'm going to try to break line of sight, ducking back.
Okay.
So that would be 30 up. So that's about 40 feet of movement. Yeah, I still got 30 feet of movement left.
Yeah.
Much better
right now.
fight. I like that you're faster than both Nesta and I.
I'm
for,
nimble,
now,
baby.
for now.
And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Ringwin, you're up.
Keeping my eyes peeled, leaning against that barrel.
Roll a perception check. Wolfgang, you're up.
Okay.
2. Those black stars are something to behold.
Yeah.
Kind of drawing in your attention to the fight.
All right. The edge of all of this. What is this edge?
This edge over here is railing into water, and that extends more into dock space.
Going to rush up to Triple D. And come at him with my axe.
Roll
with
a hit.
Very little ceremony, because I don't like him.
So I'm ready for some insane hit.
That is a nat 1.
Natural 1. As you bring your axe down, he kind of steps to the side, catches it, and it deflects off to the side. And he's intently focused, and he sees the blade, looks to you. He seems very serious about this. He's not presenting this cocky behavior. He's looks to you.
Blade in the
You
ground.
do have 2 swings now.
I'm gonna just come back up again.
Roll to hit.
21.
21. As you're swinging back up, one of the images jumps in front, shattering into almost like a mirror that fades into dust. And there are only 2 doppeldands left.
Looking down at him. These are fun tricks you got. Bonus action shove.
Horses. The image on this audio has a horse and carriage. So,
Can I shove him?
no, you've done 2 attacks.
It's not a bonus action.
You don't have your shield on. Otherwise, you're not wielding that axe.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. I think that's it.
Seems like a Baldur's Gate.
That's what I'm going for.
As you mention the tricks, he kind of looks to you and just get me safe from your grandfather.
That makes one of us.
Burn.
Leading into Nalana's turn. Daldan kind of glances over to Nalana and she nods. Arrow to you.
Arrows. Nerd.
Remember my first.
As she
duel?
pulls it back, these green wings along the bow seem to flare, and as this poisonous energy draws around the string, it covers the bolt. And she fires it off.
Drought poison.
That is a 17 to hit.
That is my AC.
It hits.
Wyvern voice.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Cut down to 5.
Yep, and 2 points of poison damage, but you take the full.
7 damage.
So you're basically knocked out, yeah.
Another arrow fires again. Ooh, that's not as good. Only a 14.
Miss.
You deflect with your axe, swinging it back around.
Kind of like look over at her, give her like a narrow eyes.
Narrow
She kind
eyes.
of runs off to the side, pulls out another arrow, gets ready. And she kind of looks, anyone who speaks Draconic.
I don't.
Gobbledygook. Nonsense.
Bristol for the legs. As it is now Bristol's turn.
She speaks the bullshit.
Speaks the bullshit.
Oh, Bristol has to action dash.
No, it doesn't.
Ah!
Keep pushing.
Oh wait, maybe he does. I think he does. Yeah, he does actually.
He dashes to Frogman in the air and takes off
Right.
flying.
Pulls a
Surrounding
House of the
around
Dragon.
Wolfgang,
Yeah.
like every good barbarian should be. Kylus, you're up. Professor, you're on deck.
Speaking of Victor, I'm going to focus in on Wolfgang and see if there are any signs of him present
Okay.
during the fight.
It's up to you. Go ahead and roll perception or insight.
They're both equally terrible. So 6.
A fucking six. Okay. You are intently watching Wolfgang. You just see like the muscles jiggling,
My muscles don't jiggle.
Jiggle.
and then they solidify when he's ready for his next swing. It's important to be loose. You gotta be loose in the fight.
Little
Wolfgang,
drool
Wolfgang
comes
doesn't
out.
jiggle.
Like,
Professor, you're up.
Oh,
Ooh.
wait, fuck.
I will be
Nesta, you're on deck.
I will be on the lookout for the hag actually doing my job.
Roll a perception check, please.
Who was that
Doing your,
addressed
doing
to?
your job. Imagine that. Never had a job a day in my life.
That's only an 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
You're looking out.
Okay. And then as
No one seems to be nearby right now.
and as it's going on, it's like, Wolfgang, it's going to go for your legs.
There you go.
And that's it.
Bringing us to Nesta.
I will take a look around as well while I keep up.
Perception check.
I thought about trying to be a dick and be like, I attack the barrel and then commander strike.
19.
19. Okay. Looking about.
At least somebody's.
You feel pretty. You're feeling pretty confident that no one's nearby, beyond those currently present. Anything else?
No.
Double hands up.
At least somebody's actually paying attention.
Yeah, locks eyes with you and swings in. That is 23 to hit. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Cut down to 6.
Cut down to 6. And 10 points of psychic damage. As that thumb in the back of your head digs in to your mind, and while you feel the pierce in your body, blood starts to come out of your nose. You kind of, I would like you to feel the sting of my entire childhood life.
Whoa.
Swinging again.
Really?
18 to hit.
Taste thine childhood.
That's one way to put it. 9 piercing damage cut in half to 4.
Colder and more bitter than any steel.
That's less. 6 points of psychic damage on that one. If you take the full. Y'all suck.
It's gonna come out of your
Just
nose.
lost. Cranberry juice everywhere.
laughed like that. in a
Doubledan will
while.
end his turn. He likes where he is right now. Frogman, you're up.
All right, I will peek over the side.
Pico de guy.
I will tactically assess.
With your high intelligence and what you've learned from just chatting with the professor, they are focusing Wolfgang.
Yeah. Seeing that,
Dad, no.
and knowing that I slipped out of that performance immediately after the performance, I clocked my bracers on my forearms.
Yes, you did.
The
Ooh.
ocean to the side.
To note, it's one casting a day.
That's it.
You don't. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a once a day.
Oh.
I'm not about to hand out a control water at will ability to not only you guys but an NPC.
Well, that fucks up my plan.
Oh,
That's
so
okay.
cool.
All right.
You were aware of that.
He was using scrolls all day. Didn't even use the bracer.
You specifically told him
I
to use the
know.
bracers.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
Yeah, she gets it once a day when she's wearing it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Obviously copied a scroll and prepared it.
Obviously. Okay. Cool.
Do
So-
note, just for yourself, you're currently attuned to it as
Mhm.
well.
Okay. Okay. Very cool. Too early to break concentration, is it? Okay. Sorry, that was my plan. I'm coming for the new plan.
That's okay.
Very quickly. So I will. in
Wolfgang, you'll be
fact,
next.
Okay. I'm going to bonus action summon Elisdrana.
Okay. Is this okay to denote?
Beautiful. Yes.
Unless you guys have something cooler.
No, that's beautiful. So there's Dad, 5, 10, 15 feet away. And
Floating in the air.
floating in the air. And from her, I'm going to cast Lightning Lure on Dad.
Okay.
And pull him into the ocean.
Is it a roll to hit?
It is a strength save on his part.
Strength save.
Save on the deal.
That's only 14. Fails.
All right, so he fails. He's pulled 10 feet into the water.
Into the
drink.
drink.
TJ
Um,
Applegate just comes on, and there we
And
go!
That's in the drink!
Oh my god!
The whole duel is like a
Everyone starts like
above the
gathering
city,
around.
just on a giant screen.
Jumbotron.
Yeah.
So,
This
4
is
points
event
of
2.5.
lightning, though he is actively in salt water.
Let's see.
Yeah, I think he's wearing heavy plate too, so like he's probably sinking like a rock.
Is he wearing heavy plate?
Probably, most likely.
No way he is.
It's canon now.
Yes, as a Dex fighter.
Yeah, it makes sense, right?
It's true.
It's proficient with it.
Person. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he does take damage.
Sweet.
I had to look at something with mirror image.
And him being sucked into the salt water before he's electrocuted
This is
doesn't
not
affect him.
The whole
I have
lake
not
lights
prepared
up.
rules for that, so if we want to implement those things, I'm totally down for it, but I need a heads up.
How tall is this building?
20 feet up.
20 feet up.
It's not accurately denoted, it should be up to here, but
Yeah.
if you're standing there, you're 20 feet.
That's fair. Okay, and then I will fly over to the rear of this, still breaking line of sight.
Okay.
And end my turn.
How much damage did you take? Sorry, I missed that.
4 points of lightning.
Okay. Damage. Alright. Falling into the water. Wolfgang, you are up.
With my axe, seeing this fucking guy
This fucking
pulled into the water, I'm just gonna immediately turn, not minding what's next to me, and just bring my axe down on little Drago boy over here.
Drago boy!
Drago,
Roll to hit.
Drago.
13.
Misses. As you swing it down, he just darts in a bit of a C formation, tucking underneath, getting ready. He seems to be going for your legs with a bite coming up here pretty soon.
22.
22 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
I will smite.
Okay.
Yes. That's second level.
And, you know, as we haven't seen in a very long time, it's the energy.
Way back, baby.
And let me roll all of the die that I need to roll here.
2d6 plus
Please.
3d8. Are you doing second level or
Please.
first?
First level.
Okay. 2d8.
8, 16, 20.
20 points.
25. 26, 27. 27 damage.
Those with low rolls too.
Yeah, those are shit rolls.
Jesus. Glad Paladaddy's back.
As it erupts, you see and blood spatters across the ground.
As it happens, I go,
You bloodied this thing, more than bloodied this thing.
Yeah, and after that, I was like, oh, shit. Sorry.
Looking at Lalana, she is furious.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Sorry, I swung a deadly weapon at your companion. But I'm not sorry and adorable.
I didn't know there'd be that much blood.
Sorry, not
There's
sorry.
so much blood.
All right, I believe. Is there anywhere else you would like to move?
I'm gonna action surge.
You can't do that.
I was like, wait a second. Hey, pause for a second.
Everyone.
Well, I was
pause.
looking at who was coming up next. Good attempt, though.
I thought so.
I appreciate that.
I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't know if I have any good bonus actions I want to do right now. Don't have my yeah, that's it.
Okay. It is now Nalana's turn, who looks to you and just with a bit of rage in her eyes, points and hunter marks you.
Don't get mad. We're fighting. I don't want to kill your dragon, but you just hunted at me.
You almost did. She will now fire at you.
If I bring that to 0, is it dead?
Only one way to find out.
I don't want to kill it.
Just declare non-lethal.
27 to
It
hit.
worked for me.
Miss.
Yeah, right.
You did 48 points of damage to someone who had 6.
That's 8 points of piercing damage cut in half to 4.
Sure.
As the arrow starts to get close to you, Bristol looks at it and shoots a glob of poisonous energy onto it, enhancing it with more poison.
Double the poison.
Bringing us to...
Double the fun.
You take 8 points of poison damage.
I think poison and poison cancel each other out, so like it's
Oh,
poison.
that's not how that works here.
Fight poison with poison.
He used infused strikes.
They added venom.
What is
Venom
Venom mark? It's an extra.
Doesn't work that way!
You would have taken 3 extra points of piercing damage cut in half to 1. So just take an extra 1 there.
Sure.
Second attack. That is a 21 to hit. That is 11 cut in half to 5. Piercing damage. And then 1 extra point of piercing damage. And 3 points of poison. 2 arrows quickly fired off at you.
Not looking good.
I was like, yeah, I got a plan.
I hope so, because I don't.
You just keep smiting, Smite Boy.
I'm going to.
Bristol's turn.
He is limping away in pain.
This guy does not look away. He goes for the legs.
With the legs,
Pointing
Johnny.
at you.
Disadvantage because I tried.
It was flavor text. 20 to hit. Okay. That is
Paul's like little hand raise. I'll allow it.
9 cut in half to 4 points of piercing damage. And 6 points of poison damage.
Great.
It only gets 1 attack return though. Moving on to Caius. With the professor on deck.
As Wolfgang's getting beaten down again, a familiar sight. I'm gonna focus in again and
Perception or insight?
I'm gonna do insight this time.
Okay.
13.
13. All right. You're watching over. Things seem to be going. Professor, you're up.
I will continue to
Look about. Roll another perception check.
Oh, there we go. I'll take a 23.
23. As you're looking about the space, off this way, past one of the buildings, you see a faint bit of hair around a corner. White in coloration.
What the heck
Fivee, come on.
Top of the round, Nesta.
What about
Keeping up.
me? I didn't go.
You didn't go? How did I do that?
I want to look at
Oh, you
stuff.
were supposed to go before Wolfgang. Sorry. What would you like to do?
I want to perceive things too.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Nat 20.
Natural 20. You notice a very similar deal. I'll say with a natural 20, Mavi Dorn is behind that corner. She seems to be watching the events.
Can I move up to the professor?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up to the professor.
Yeah, you got enough.
There's a
movement.
barrel there if you can lean on.
Another barrel, perfect.
Yeah.
And I will
International
say,
habitat.
I'll just
Favorite
tell
terrain.
him, I think I see Mavi Dorn back there.
That's when I'll look up and see the.
Yeah. You see that float.
I see Mavi.
And her. I don't know her relationship with the hag, but it could be close by too. Should we go investigate?
It's directly across from this current fight. It'd be back this
Excuse
way.
me, excuse
off
me,
there.
just-
Just don't mind me. Don't mind.
Just
Ooh,
go
arrow.
ahead. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Deflect missile.
The last time I followed her didn't end well for me. But we should keep an eye out.
Yes.
Okay.
On that note, I'm going to. Reposition over this way.
Okay. Milana kind of clocks you and gives you an eye of like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm
My job.
She didn't say that, but it's that look.
I'm gonna whisper in Draconic, just keeping an eye out.
She seems convinced. Top of the round, Nesta, you're up.
I'm gonna look around as well.
Roll perception check.
Since I'd be walking by Nesta, I would tell you,
Knowing that behind the building over there, white hair, possibly Mavi Dorn.
Would that give me an advantage?
Yeah. You essentially received the help action.
That would be a 15.
15. I mean, there's no reason not to doubt him, but you can't see anything.
But I'll keep it in my chrono.
Okay.
Does Twilight Sanctuary health happen on your turn or my turn?
At the end of your turn.
At the end of my turn. Okay.
can I get health just cause?
Are you within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 10.
Can I have that?
Doesn't he get 11 because it's plus 6?
11, hun. Sorry.
wants him.
Here, take some. Yeah.
Maybe you do it because you know there's bad stuff happening.
You got 9.
Good.
It is now Dobbledant's turn. He will climb out.
Using
A little wet and a little bit.
Using his bum leg.
Yeah.
using
Long
his
Strider's really helping in this.
using his
scenario.
action as well, I'm sure, to get
No.
out of the water. Really?
It's difficult terrain, so it's an extra 10 feet of movement.
What's he prone though?
It's swimming. It's not really prone. He climbs out. Looks at you.
I'm on a whole other building. Hopefully breaking line of sight.
But he knows you're over there.
Yeah.
Stealth. No, that'd be. He looks you up and down. Okay. He knows enough.
He just sized you up. Mm-hmm.
Took him a long time though.
He'll go in for a swing. Not. Oh well, that's still pretty good. That would be 21 to hit. 10 cut in half to 5. And only 3 points of psychic damage on that one.
You still up?
Sticks.
Barely.
Goes in for the next swing.
He has 2 attacks.
Terrible roll.
After climbing out of the water, that guy's awesome.
Yeah. You're all awesome because you can all do that. Well, maybe not 2 attacks, but you get an action. No, 14 probably misses.
Miss.
Deflecting off your axe. You wanted to prove something, right? Prove it.
Action surge.
Yeah, action surge. By proving surge. All right, Frognan, you're up. Rangwin's on deck.
I look over at Wolfie
You're gonna do something. Now's your time.
and
Fireball! Fireball.
If only I was a wizard that took fireball. Instead, I was a wizard that doesn't take anything damaging.
Well, you didn't have anything prepared for damage today, really.
Yeah, not that I have much in my spellbook either. But I will clock the professor taking some of Nalana's attention. Nalana being full of rage towards the rage boy. And so I'm just going to bloop right down here to the edge, right behind the bench.
You're skirting right above the water, toes tickling the tops.
And I will pull out my scroll and start casting. Not flesh to stone, instead polymorph
On yourself?
on myself.
All right.
So I got to roll to see if it goes off. That should go off with a 19
succeeds.
spell check, right? And
The scroll burns.
Yeah.
What do you turn into?
my memory fades back into my home underground. I think of the beasts that we've hunted, the beasts we've been hunted by. And I think of the largest thing I can, which is a subterranean lizard. So, yeah, where little 40-pound.
You can move a little further into land because you'll be losing your flight.
Oh no, that's okay. I have a climb speed, so I'm just gonna be.
Oh, you're gonna cling to the
gripping
wall.
onto the side, yeah.
God, those poor pedestrians in there just
On the wall, just
And so I'm clinging and trying to. I mean, not stealth check, obviously, but I'm starting my.
Yeah, you turned into Godzilla's baby. So
Yeah, my predatory approach. Takes my full action.
everyone hears that slam of crushing against stone.
Yeah.
And Nalana kind of wide-eyed and kind of just taken aback suddenly.
Takes my full action, but yeah, the little 40-pound frogman turns into 4,000-pound lizard.
Dominic kind of looks and...
and that's my turn.
All right. Ringwin, you're up. Wolfie, you're on deck.
I'm gonna think it's pretty sweet that he just turned into a giant lizard. Those are my favorite. And
Frogman on the side.
you know what? It's gonna make me summon. It's gonna make me find familiar. It's gonna make me bring out.
Oh, my lizard!
Yeah, it's gonna make me want my lizard, so I'm gonna bring my lizard out.
All right.
Wait.
Yeah, you can just summon.
I think your lizard's been out.
Once a day, though, right? Can I summon it whenever? Just
No.
because I can?
Yeah, you can summon it
It's
whenever, so
always-
long as it hasn't been killed.
Yeah.
You don't have to re-summon it.
Ah.
You essentially summon it from a
Okay.
pocket dimension.
Yeah, you can just
Great.
blip it away, blip it back.
Yeah.
That's what I did with Oz.
Perfect. Great. Okay.
Yeah. Appearing on your shoulder, looks around, looks at you.
Very excited. Very excited. And then I'm gonna see.
If a lizard could smile.
I'm gonna.
Some can.
They do smile.
Yeah, they do.
Have you seen a leopard gecko?
Uh-huh.
They're the happiest looking
They're just
lizard.
big cheesing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna see if I notice anything else going on.
The wisp of hair, gone.
It's just all gone, right?
Not there anymore.
I don't want to follow that. I'm scared. I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay.
That'll end my turn.
Watch your back too.
I figure I'm doing it.
Nalana's seen you and...
Am I up right now?
Oh, yeah. What the fuck am I doing? Wolfie, go ahead.
Damn
Should I
initiative.
heal myself?
I'm just so excited for my turn.
Full fucking rage.
I can heal you.
Oh.
He's
That
about
was
to pass out. No, full fucking rage. You get your last 2 swings, double smite.
Second level.
you got it.
If you were second level barbarian, you could reckless.
Taking eyes off of little dragon. Actually, I look over to Nalana. I'm like, I'm not gonna kill your dragon, and then swing on Doubledan.
Double down. Roll to hit. 13.
Mm-hmm.
Both illusions potentially dodge out of the way.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Illusion miss.
Hits the illusion.
Ah!
Barely. I rolled an 11 on the last one, and 11 is
Man.
the minimum that you have to roll.
Man.
So as you
It's a nat 20.
shatter.
I think you should make
Nope.
that one.
Nope. I'm not about to bypass the effect of a spell.
I tried.
Shattering the last image.
I was just gonna say roll again.
And he... No.
I'm trying.
You're doing great.
I want to see big damage numbers.
Big number make me go woo!
That smite could have one hit him, I'm sure.
He's got a lot of HP.
That's going to be a lot of damage.
And he's... The only thing he's been hit by is you. With that lightning lure.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Do I have any healing potions?
Mirror image is a great spell.
No, I don't.
Anything else
As you
you'd like
end
to
your
do,
turn, you're
Wolfgang?
close enough to Nesta, right?
I'm not close enough to Nesta. I'm not about to
Okay.
risk an opportunity attack.
Fair fight. Fair fight.
I can move to.
But it's got to be on my turn, right?
I have other methods.
Yeah, I'm going to end my turn.
Nolana's up.
Other magics. Darker magic.
I believe you. Fires an arrow. That is
Chick's lucky I'm nice.
22 to hit. That is 7 cut in half to 3 points of piercing damage. Oh, you are Hunter's Marked. For an additional 3 cut in half to 1.
4.
Okay. Bristol will use its reaction, spit some more poison, 2d6 poison damage.
You're down, aren't you?
Not yet.
That's 11 points of poison.
I'm down.
6 and a 5. You fall unconscious. Luana, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
We're gonna get excommunicated.
Slides down on her knees, pulling out
Don't do
bandages.
it. Don't do it.
Man, how do you make poison damage non-lethal? You're in death saves. Like, how can I
Pretty
rationalize
much,
that?
yeah.
Truly.
I'm immune to disease.
You're immune to disease and
I know.
being poison? No, that's monks.
Yeah.
Yeah, just disease. Not a disease here. It is Bristol's turn. Who's going to use the help action? And we'll help her on her next medicine check. To stabilize you, essentially. Bringing us to... Kylus, you're up.
I didn't get anything with that insight, right?
Insight? Not currently, no. And especially with him unconscious now, you feel like if Victor was going to pop up in any way, he would have done so by now.
Okay. Kyle's standing off to the side will... do I get involved?
Fair fight. Fair fight. Fair fight.
One of Kyle's eyes will turn yellow. Reach out to Oz telepathically. Getting close to Wolfgang. You still have that potion I gave you. Stay invisible.
You watch as he turns invisible.
Opportunity attack.
No, line of sight. Professor, you're up.
Oz would go after me.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
moved him. Yeah.
40 feet flat.
I'm just getting over to the other side and I'm looking around at that building.
Okay, roll perception check.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You're not seeing anything from this angle. You don't know if it's because of the angle or if maybe they've moved on. All right. Nesta, you're up.
Healing word.
Go ahead and roll.
He's in death saves. It makes sense. That's not
I mean,
cheating, then.
No, she's not cheating at this point. She's saving her friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable.
That's pretty clear at this point. It'd be cheating if you woke up and then started swinging again.
Whoa.
Oh,
That's 8 hit points.
it's something. It's more than 0.
the wounds begin to
Abandoned plan.
the wounds begin to close, and as she had like bandages out, her right hand was starting to glow as well, and she kind of has it fade, nods, and is getting ready to fire at a lizard. All right.
Get fucking mauled by a lizard is what she's about to do.
Double Dan, double Dan, double Dan.
The professor's right in the way.
Hey, I'm here.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Attack opportunity.
As he begins to saunter up, casually walking, he as he casts mirror image again, creating 3 more duplicates. And he will currently end his turn. You better call now.
No,
wanna do it?
no.
No. You just hung your head. Please, senpai, please don't. He will end his turn.
Frogman's got this.
Bringing us to
I have no
Frogman.
idea what the stats of Lizard are.
Nice.
Frogman, let's ball you up. Ring when you're up.
Man. All right. Well, Dad's within my reach. I'll go ahead as this huge-sized beast pounce him, and swipe around for a tail attack.
All right. Roll to hit.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
25, shattering one of the duplicates.
Okay. And then I will go in for a bite attack as well.
All right. Roll to hit.
That's gonna be a 10 to hit.
10 to hit. As the bite comes out, you actually catch him and his blade, but he dodges out of the way.
Okay.
I rolled a 2, so I
No
failed that mirror
No
image
worries.
check.
All right, and I'm a pretty dumb lizard right now, so so that's about all I can do.
Okay. Rangwin, you're up. Wolfie, you're on deck. You're still part of initiative. You still get choices in this.
I'm looking all around me just to make sure Mavi's not here for me.
Roll a perception check.
That one.
Natural 1.
So close to being.
As you're looking around, you see a sudden flash in your mind of long fingers grabbing at your mind, and the fear begins to creep up on you, and you're just a little distracted. You hear the in your mind. Anyone who's nearby her starts to feel a thumb in the back of their mind.
Not me.
You do.
Good.
Both of you.
Not me. I do what I always do when I feel the thumb, and I go, the thumb!
An apt response. All right, Wolfgang, you're up.
Kind of.
All right.
On the spine.
Giant lizard.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's doing work. Now I have to do work back too.
Yeah, I grab her.
All right, athletics check. Go on,
18.
19. As she pushes away and kind of slides on her butt, rolling back under her feet.
And I thought I just kind
She did that in a tournament.
Yes, she has. It's almost like she's proficient in acrobatics. All right. She kind of smirks. Good
of,
attempt.
and I kind of just,
All right. It's now Nalana's turn. Who will...
Knock your ass back out.
5, 10...
point blank.
Yeah.
So this is how it goes.
Does he get an attack of opportunity?
If he wants to take it. Okay.
I'm out of the fight. Like,
Okay.
I'll accept that.
Accept that.
I tried the one. That's the best I'm gonna do.
Figured that's just how Wolfgang wakes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants in the arm, he's like, ah!
Yes, that is exactly accurate.
She rolls. She pulls out an arrow, points at you, and you are marked.
Yeah. Stupid Baldur's Gate.
Fires.
See his little red X, the green X over his head.
That is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
Roll a con save.
We'll find out how much damage you're about to take first, because it's the total amount of damage taken.
Mm-hmm.
At advantage, right? Because of enhanceability.
Because I have.
It's for intelligence only. This is a Constitution save, and it's a saving throw, not an ability check.
Feeling good about my con save on this one at least.
Yeah, your beast has a good con. Okay.
Rolled 17.
I'm gonna tell. Do you have any damage resistances? I'm not sure.
As the beast, no.
Okay, I'm just gonna tally up the total amount of damage.
As the beast. The beast. Carol the beast.
16 points of damage.
16 points. Cool.
So the DC's 10. What'd you get?
I got a 17.
Perfect. Then you stay in your form.
16, you said?
Yes, 16 points of damage. Second attack coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21.
Hits. 22 con save.
Oh yeah, then you're fine. You take 15 points of damage for that one.
Okay.
Oh wait, those were all more. What'd you get on the first one?
I got a 17 on the first con save. So you would have had to have done 34 total.
Yeah, no. None of these, I don't think any of these are going to break. But you do take an extra 4 points of damage, and on the second strike, an extra 1 point of damage.
Great.
Hunter's mark. Gotta make sure I apply it. Okay, Nala is gonna end her turn. Bristol kind of looks at you, Wolfgang, licks and runs
Pet his little face.
right on the snout.
Fucking face.
The scales are surprisingly smooth. You expected them to be a bit rougher. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna action dash, get close,
scale.
and swing around this way. You kind of see him make like this wide arc around, kind of keeping you in line of sight, and then starts to dash in. But can't do anything. Bringing us to Kylus, you're up. Professor, on deck. I like how there's all this chaos, and the professor's just...
No, don't mind me. I'm looking over here.
So is that if Nalana stayed over on this side and she was like shooting, I was gonna put my shield. I'd be like, "Pardon me, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me, terribly sorry."
I'll tell Oz to move back to his shoulder and make another perception check at Wolfgang.
Okay.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Those
And-
muscles, man.
Guy's so hot right
I
now.
like look over at
They're
Kylus,
flexing right now.
and he's got like a
Good luck.
what?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, he's just laying down there. Too.
I'm laying down. I'm up.
Professor, you're
But
up.
I'm out of the fight. I'm actually, if anything, I'm just kind of like sitting there.
Yeah, you are.
Do not objectify me. I'll smite you.
I'm making my way across the backside of the building.
Okay. Did you want to action dash at all, or are you just moving a little casually?
I will
get-
action dash to get to the edge. That way I can look around.
You won't get a perception check, but it's an action to do a full
Then
perception
it
check.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
I'll just stay there.
All right, Nesta, you're up.
I'm gonna look around for outsiders. 18.
18. You swear you hear it
I hate that.
behind you.
I'm gonna
shit.
I'm gonna walk behind me.
Spirit guardians.
Oh.
Killed our
And I'm knocking over the set.
Push over that.
30. And
Real quick, can you put this behind that barrel right in that corner? Yeah.
Fuck is that?
You see this
Quickling.
small little pixie-like creature, dark bluish skin, kind of silvery hair, is kind of just like watching the fight with like this giddy expression on their face.
sacred flame on that bitch.
Okay.
Sacred flame on that bitch.
Okay, let's see.
Look over and
We're gonna find a hag right now too.
That's a 22.
That saves.
Yeah. As you
Like,
release it, it kind of
A joke.
What the heck?
And we're gonna keep moving on. It is now Dobble's turn.
Double's Dan.
Which is this all kind of happening at once. So I don't think he's seen this yet. No, that's enough. That's enough. In that moment, he kind of glances over. What? And he will end his turn.
That was his turn?
You cast a sacred flame. You're not part of this fight. You did it for a reason. You're the watch. It's the equivalent of someone taking a night watch and shooting an arrow. Why did you fire?
I wanted to hear the arrow.
The fight's on hold. Or at least
Well, I
Gobbledin's
think
fight's on hold.
this freaky thing is cause enough to make it on hold.
We will come to that in initiative. Frogman.
So here's the issue.
Mr. Lizard.
When you polymorph,
Uh-huh.
you take their mental stats too, yeah?
Yes, you do.
I have an intelligence of 2 right now.
Yes, you do.
But you have advantage.
So, what I'm trying to decide is, do I have the wherewithal to know to pause the fight? Do I attack this injured prey that just came at me, as in the dragon, or do I fight the guy I was going for before?
So while your intelligence and mental stats change, your intentions for this fight have not. So what was Frognan's intentions before going into this form?
I mean,
What was he trying to do?
It was to take down Nalana, Dobbledan, and Bristol.
Your target's distracted.
Hmm?
They've dropped their guard.
Advantage.
I'll give you advantage. on
So
this.
I would go for my dad.
Roll to hit.
Yes.
You're at advantage.
This change.
Kill him.
So that'll be a total of 19 to hit.
19. Yeah, that hits him.
Uh-huh. Hits the actual person.
Hits the actual
So
person.
this was the
I
tail
rolled a
attack.
4 on my
My
mirror image.
mistake turned the tide.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I
Got
don't know
him.
if we want everybody
This
fucked up if
was
we're gonna have to fight a bunch of
The
other people now.
tail
Yeah.
attack.
This is
So,
the tail attack that's hitting.
Yeah, give me the
Give a
strength
bit
save as
more.
well, please. DC 16 to see if you're knocked prone.
Natural 18.
Okay, so you save, but that is 14 points of bludgeoning damage from the tail.
Ooh.
And then I would also go for the bite attack. Would this also be at advantage, or is it a straight roll by now?
Yeah, because it's all happening at once.
Okay.
He kind of takes the brunt, and there's this moment of realization of like, of course, he has the brain of one too.
So that's a natural 19 for a 27 to hit.
27. As he ducks down, one of the mirror images takes that hit as well.
And that's my turn.
15 on that one. One mirror image
Nice
left for him.
job.
Yeah, that one tail
Good.
took some damage out of him.
That's my turn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bringing us to Rangwin. You're up. Wolfgang, you're on deck.
Okay, well I
You
heard
both
her.
heard a sacred flame go off
Yeah.
and some high-pitched creature make a bit of a squeak.
Okay, so I'll turn around. Do I see it?
Yeah, it's revealed itself by this point. It's no longer stealthing.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at it. What are you doing here?
We'll find out what happens on its turn. Anything else you'd like to do? Do you want to move anywhere, or?
Yeah, I want to move next to Nesta
Okay. Yeah,
to
she's definitely close enough.
make sure my boo is safe.
Okay. Wolfgang, you're up.
Now I'll get up.
So either they're all over there, or I'm about to get fucked.
Half your movement speed.
I will lay on hands,
Okay. Pump some
All-
healing into you.
all 25. Which is my action. And then there's 3 of them over there. I'm gonna kind of like turn to look at Professor, look at Nesta, and just kind of do the
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like intently looking over at this building over here, and I'm probably in the process, like, so assuming like things are gonna happen concurrently when I get to my next turn, I'm probably in the process of reaching to draw my weapon.
Do I see you reaching to draw your weapon?
Yeah.
Then I will start moving towards you. It's right about there.
Kill yourself.
He did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he did land.
Yeah.
It is now Nalana's turn.
You said kill yourself. I was like, that's wrong.
Yikes.
Show ass.
Vicious mockery.
I'm not a bard yet.
Yet.
It's vicious mockery, so on all you say is just KYS.
Pulls out an arrow, aims, watches. The lizard's still fighting. Oh, what did she do? What did she do? What did she do?
Roll a die, baby.
Yeah.
It's steamy in here.
Yeah.
Hot
I feel it.
Roll with advantage. gonna fire at this thing.
All us sexy people.
Yeah, she just
looking down there.
she recognizes Faye when she sees it. No,
Oh.
she's gonna shoot at the quickling.
Hot samurai.
The shot is at disadvantage. Wow, that was a 15 and a 19. Holy shit!
Fuck Faye, am I right?
Fucking.
I don't like Faye.
Hey,
Whoa.
Not sure what that is, but I don't like it.
That's a little.
It's half the party is what it is.
A little racist.
The quickling that was there gets ready to like respond to both of you. Stands on the barrel, hands on hip, an arrow just dead.
nice.
We're done with this. And she gets ready.
Holy
She's looking around now. She's not focused on you anymore.
He's killed it.
It sounds
They don't
like
have a lot of HP, but they're hard to hit. But I rolled really well. Bristle kind of stops and, like, confused hound, looks over. Kind of, Rex Frey! We'll hold. Actually, it's going to move over. You get an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
So at this point, I was going to ask for it on my turn. Now that I'm seeing that Dad's not fighting back, can I maybe do some kind of check to see if I can intuit now that...
Yeah, it'd be wisdom.
Wisdom,
This would
okay.
be wisdom oriented. Most animals read scenarios through intention.
I got a flat wisdom. Can you give me a DC?
10.
10. 19.
19.
Damn.
Something else is going on. There is another threat.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what, you don't know where, you don't know how powerful.
All right, so I'll pause and scan.
But something else has caused your prey to be more concerned with you now.
Nice. So yeah, so no attack opportunity then.
Okay. Kylos, you're up.
What will
Lots
Kylos
happened while I'm
do?
drooling over Wolfgang.
Huh? Ah! Ah!
This is classic staring and just.
Smack himself.
Snap out of it!
It's free action.
It is.
It is.
Leopard's like,
I'll do 2.
Yeah.
Shit seems to be going down. Some shadow will flow out of his back, forming wings again, and he'll.
Flying up into the sky. How far would you like to go?
I'll go 30 feet.
30 feet up. All right. Professor.
And make a perception check. Possible.
Hearing that and seeing that stuff.
Yeah, 'cause it's only a
happen,
bonus action for you to fly.
Yep.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
I will shield and weapon.
Weapons out.
I will step back a little so that way I can clear the corner and see around.
Like right here.
Yeah, so that way
So
I can
15
see
feet.
farther. So I can see farther and around the corner. Are there any?
You look down there. It is an action. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
12.
12. Okay. You're not seeing much else right now.
It's only a 12.
12. Your adrenaline is starting to kick in. The tunnel vision is hazing your peripheries. It's a little hard to focus in. You don't know where the enemy might be right now.
Okay. What is on the other side of that?
There's a little bit more of like a grass walkway, and there's doors leading inside.
Okay.
The door is currently closed. There's a window as well that is also shut as well.
Okay.
This seems to be, it's like 2 stories right now.
Okay. I'm gonna lance out, and I'm just gonna hold my
Hunker
ground
down.
there.
All right. Appearing at the top. Stepping up. Monk ghee flowing in the wind.
Sick.
Mavi Dorn. Well, it appears now's as good a time as any as to get that sigil from you, Double Dan. I was hoping you'd be a little bit weaker.
let's fucking go.
The Queen of Erin Darkness is going to need that. And as she jumps off, that is where we're going to end tonight. We
You
will come
fuck.
back
Dominic, you cannot.
into this fight. We won't move these pieces. Actually, we're going to take a photo. So if we need to
Yeah.
move the pieces, we'll know exactly where we can
My game's
reposition
not,
everyone.
this week, so
Okay.
yeah, we'll move
Yeah,
everything.
we'll save this
Oh
then.
my god.
All right. Mavi Dorn has entered the fight. And with most of the party still looking pretty
Glad I
good.
didn't use any spell slots.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes. All right.
Hmm.
Well,
Fuck you.
that was exciting and not how I intended this to go at all. But we will see where this leads us next time.
Jesus fuck.
As always, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Catch us on all of our socials across all platforms.
At 20 Chronicles.
Ba-boom! And we will see you guys here, same time, same place. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Good night.
Goodbye. You dick. You dick.